Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing on this fine Sunday? Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I had to get rid of that. I was getting an echo. Hey, Pinky's first. Yay. Good morning, Pinky. Good morning, Al. Good morning, Dave. Hello, Spange. How is everybody this morning? I hope everybody's well. I figured we'd do a little morning coffee chat, guys. Why not, right? What else we get to do on a Sunday? I'm looking marvelous. Thank you. I did my hair just for you. You got to spiff it up a little bit when you go on camera. Is everybody enjoying their weekend? I hope so. I'm loving the weather. It's been perfect. Of course, I'm dreading what's coming. That awful white stuff. Ugh. But hey, it is what it is, right? What's everybody up to this morning? Anybody got some good plans for today? I have a lot of plans. Let's see what I get accomplished. That's the big part over there. What we get accomplished. Oh, oh, hello. Good morning, Justin. Thanks for popping in. I hope you've got your tea or your coffee or whatever you guys drink on a Sunday morning. Of course, it's more towards afternoon for you guys in the UK. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, it's afternoon there. Wonderful. What you guys have for lunch? Anything good? It's 1 a.m. and I've been working with Wiz on my music. Oh, wow. Oh, that's right. And Piggy's on the other end of the spectrum. 1 a.m. Good Lord. Thank you for taking time with me, Pinky, at 1 a.m. That's wonderful. And yeah, looking forward to hearing some new music. I got to learn how to do that. I just totally suck at that, guys. I'm trying, though. I'm trying. Oh, see, now Justin wants tea. There you go. I still got to try my tea that Wayne sent me. Um, Now that it's getting cooler, I think maybe I'll brew up a kettle today. Hello, Helena. How are you? Busted Radio Garage. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I remember you from last night from Bill's Live. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. This is my first time doing a coffee chat. I figured I'd see how it goes. And if it works out fun, if you guys enjoy it, we'll do it again. Spain says, yes, please, Justin. 1 sugar and milk. I give you guys, I can't do milk in my tea. For some reason, I get a gag reflex. It's really odd because I take cream in coffee, but tea is just sugar. And that's it. Maybe because I just want to taste the tea and not any milk product, I guess. I don't know. Weird. I don't know. I guess you could call it weird. What was the brand of tea? This is very important. Oh, geez. It was, what is it from? Because he said I had to have it. Is it bad? And it's in the kitchen. I can't go run and go grab it. Starts with an S. But or no, maybe it's Yorkshire tea. That's what it was. Thank you, Spange. That's what it was. Wow, fibro fog brain, guys. Yeah, Yorkshire tea. He sent that to me. He said it was the best. I had to try it. So I'm looking forward to that. There's some of my music in Wiz's Discord that I've been working on, and he gave me space in there. Oh, that's great, Pinky. I'll have to check it out. I'm really bad with Discord too. Of course, I don't get on it that often. So I just got all kinds of other things going on. I just don't put the effort in. Bad girl, I know, bad girl. Lurking playing Final Fantasy. Oh, good for you. I stink at the games too. I just watch you guys play. Just because it better be Yorkshire. Yeah, that's what it was. Yorkshire tea. Hello, Sir Wayne. No, you're not seeing things. This is the first time I'm doing a coffee chat. I figured, what the heck, right? Why not? I was up and I knew I was going to be up today. So I figured I'd hang out with you guys this morning. Oh, morning for me. And yes, we were just talking about you, Sir Wayne, and the lovely tea that you sent me. Looking forward to trying it out. Hi, Purple. Welcome. Excuse me. Oh, thanks, Helena. Thank you very much. Hopefully, I can get somebody to join me every now and then on the coffee chat. It'll be fun. Hanging out, talking about the stuff we're up to or what we're getting into, put it that way. It was a big bummer, guys. I'm so infuriated. I had recorded a members only video of making the witch's broom. Here I'm filming away, doing the whole procedure, getting it done for you guys, and didn't even realize that the camera had shut off as I was doing it. And I was like, what the, and I got injured and everything. And I made funny comments about the injury and I didn't get any of it. So the only thing I got was the picture of the final product. And so, yeah, it sucks. I was so mad. I think if I do those again, I'm just going to use my phone instead of my other camera. Oh, you're more than welcome anytime, Helena. Yes, yeah, I got to take care of mom first. Take care of mom first. And she agrees with me. Yeah, milk. I don't know what it is. Milk and tea, doesn't mix for me. If it was Yorkshire tea, Wayne has good taste. Yeah, there's. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, because we were talking about tea one day on one of the programs, and I says, I've tried lots of teas, and I just don't care for them, or they give me an upset stomach. So yeah, I just. So then Wayne said, "Oh, I got to send you this. You got to have this." And I have Earl Grey. I haven't tried that yet either, but everybody says it's kind of strong. So I haven't tried that one yet either. So I like to think I have good taste. Of course you do, Wayne. Of course you do. I've been mad busy, guys. Going out, seeing the weather's been great. Doing some paranormal stuff. 3 days in a row visiting all different cemeteries. So now I've got all this footage to go over. But I'll be putting out some stuff. And I was thinking about doing it today too, but I don't know. It's I was having troubles with walking yesterday, so I might have to just sit back and relax. Good morning, Ace. How are you? Justin, I'm going to tell you, my husband makes fun of me when I do tea because I do it the proper English way. I collect teapots and teacups, and yes, I boil the water in a kettle, and then I warm the teapot, and then I put the tea in the teapot and add the hot water, let it steep like it should, and then you can't have tea unless it's in a teacup. So, yeah, my husband looks at me like I'm a weirdo, but and he's part English, believe it or not. But yeah, that's the way I do it because I just I don't know, just throwing tea bags in a cup with boiling water, I just doesn't taste the same to me. You have a great day, Helena. Go take care of mom. What a good girl. I know I got to go down and cut my mother's hair today too, so I'll be doing that on my own later on today. And Wayne says that's the best way to do it. Yeah, that's because I have the whole thing set up, on my kitchen island. The teapot, tea, cup and all of that. And, and I also use cubed sugar. Like I said, my husband looks at me like, what are you doing? I remember the first time I was doing it and he's seen me and it just seems to taste better that way. Or maybe it's in my head. I don't know. But yeah. Or when I have company over, that's what I do. I do it that way as well. I just, and they're all like, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm making us tea. Because they're just used to doing it. Yeah. Like Justin said, microwave microwave is gross. So, so thank you, Justin. So yeah, it's the whole production. And I get some strange looks, but hey, it is what it is, right? Strange. Laura was English queen in a previous. You know what? I believe I was English in a previous life because I am so drawn to the UK, the history, all of it. So I do. I think that's probably what it is. Wait, says I have strong coffee in the morning and drink tea later in the evening. That's what I'm having now. My coffee. Face because I like regular coffee. It's better. Coffee is same thing. I use it's called 8 o'clock coffee here, which is really, really good tasting. And again, just a teaspoon of sugar, a little bit of cream, and I'm good to go. And it's only 1 cup. I don't overdo it. Hello, Mrs. Deathwitch. Hello. Oh, making her first cuppa now. All right. Do I hold my pinky out? Yeah, I've been caught doing that. But I know you guys will make fun of me like my husband does. Yes, the pinky does go out every now and then. Wiz says, no coffee for me. I've been awake for over 24 hours. Wiz, man, go to sleep. Get some sleep. The dedication to your craft is wonderful. But you can't run on an empty tank, dude. You know what I mean? Pinky, I grind my coffee beans fresh and use my plunger. We grind our beans too. I find that it's better that way. Definitely tastes better that way when you grind it fresh. We get a lot of compliments on the coffee when I have people over. And then I had a friend that see me do it one time, grind the beans. They go, oh, that's the trick. I go, I guess. Oh, I agree, Wayne. Yeah, cheap coffee, bad. It's bitter and nasty. You can't run it all. My belly gets in the way. Well, if you keep running, the belly will shrink. So they say. It could be an urban legend. I don't know. Yes, the French press. Wow, tongues in a knot this morning is awesome. And our coffee pot that we have also makes cappuccino and stuff like that. So I've got a little bit of everything going on here. Hello, Miss Carla. How are you, sweetie? Good morning. But yes, the tea, I've been through so many teas. And everybody goes, oh, it's supposed to settle your stomach. I'm like, no, bothers mine. So I have an apple cinnamon that I drink. That's okay. But yeah, I can't wait to try the Yorkshire. Carlos says, I found out it is very difficult to use OBS with guests. Talking with Joe. Yes, it is. It is. It's a process, Carla. When Jimmy was trying to show me, just the setup was 3 hours. And it was too much to absorb. And I just said, you know what? I'm not doing the OBS. Too hard, too much to deal with. Especially, like you said, when you want to have a guest on, you have to have a separate streaming. It's just too much. I'm just gonna stick with Streamer with me and Susan. I'm with you on that one. StreamYards is much, much easier. And we have enough. We have enough going on. We don't need to add to it, right? She goes, I got to figure out to accept the transition part now. Excuse me. Yeah, I think, I mean, once you got it down, you got it down, like Jimmy and all them guys. But, and Bill uses it too. But I think that's why Bill was having problems connecting to the StreamYard when he came on with us, because we think the OBS was blocking it. Hello, Sage. Good morning. I got rid of the OBS. It was too much to take in. And I don't want to play around with all that stuff. I just want to get on here with you guys and enjoy the chat. Or if I have the interview, in a show, I just want to get on there and enjoy my guests and not have to worry about all this other crap that you got to play around with the OBS. It's really a big pain in the butt cheeks. Really, really is. Piggy says, I like when people spill the tea. Nice. Yeah, Carl, I am feeling better this morning. Didn't mean to dump on you. I just, oh, thanks for popping in, Ace. I appreciate it. Remember to hit the like button on the way out. You know the drill. You know how it goes. Let's see. Mrs. Deathwitch, I found you from your interview with J Cards. Jordan was a joy to have on the show. He is such a smart young man. And I'm glad that you found me through him. Shows like this morning is usually just open mic. We talk about anything and everything, not just paranormal. I mean, because the interview show is all paranormal, not really, but majority. So I like to have the open mic chats just so we all can, shoot the shit and get to know each other as people. So that's yeah, that's why I like to do these. Good morning, Miss Steph. How is Steph this morning? Let's see. Liz says, wait, first, Wayne, I liked your guests the other night, but couldn't subscribe to them. Wasn't there? Yeah, they don't have a YouTube channel, which is a shame. I think they should, because those girls were fantastic. I'm going to have them on my own show on my channel in October. Maybe we could talk them into doing a YouTube channel. I'm sure it would take off like a shot. And yeah, they were a good time. And I think Steph just got a new job with them. Steph, the coffee queen. Let's see. That's how they get through. They make it easy at first, and then they add ton of features so that they could charge you more and the quality gets worse. Always talking about like StreamYard. Yeah, we just do what we have to make it through, and we make it work. I'm not going to do any of the extra junk. Oh, I'm glad, Mrs. Deathwitch. Coffee talk, any kind of coffee talk. I said, yeah, well, like Carla was asking if I was okay. Like I said, I already discussed about that video that got messed up when I was doing my broom for everybody. And I was so upset. I was really mad. See, I would have been here a few minutes earlier, but my stepdad was showing me where he saw a UFO. Oh, awesome. He saw a UFO at 3 a.m. Cool. Steph is fighting off allergies and sinus stuff. Oh, yeah, it's usually really bad in the morning. My husband has a hard time first thing in the morning. Laura, did you see that Bill had 10,000 views on his last? Yes, I did. Bravo to him. I told him, I said, damn. I said, now you're beating us. I says, like, apparently we suck. I haven't got 10,000 views on any of my lives, but that's all right. I appreciate everyone that did take the time to view them. So now he's gonna go. He's gonna go superstar. Hello, Mystic. Good morning. Carla's drinking a fall blend. What is it, Carla? What's the blend? I don't know, guys. That coffee those girls were talking about, that rum and banana, it's kind of odd, but it sounds like it's really good. I might have to get some of that. Laura, it's all set up. Honey, what's all set up? Did I miss something? I missed something. Yeah, I think if I do another video, like I was attempting to do yesterday, I'm just gonna use my phone. It's cinnamon and brown sugar. Ooh, that's so autumn. I love it. Your husband has a hard time most morning. most. Yeah, he was up earlier. I think he was up at 4. He made coffee, and then next thing I know, he went back, come back to bed, and then I got up, do my thing, getting this ready, and then he got up again, made more coffee. And see, I'm always ready to face the world. God love you, Wayne, because there's days where I get up, I'm like, oh, please. How Bill streams live. It's live vertical, but he's doing a lot of shit instead of. Yeah, that's it. He is. I should try it. Yeah, he's all over the shop. Well, he's doing his, his work and his, and the chat at the same time. So that's great. But see, my work is interviewing, or investigating, and unless I do an investigation, live. Thank you, Mrs. Deathwitch. I appreciate it. And because of that, we have a little something for you. Superstar. Thank you. All the donations are appreciated. Mystic, I got dubbed Cuervo because that was a bunch of people thought I drank, but I usually drink the higher brand, but it's stuck out for fun, but no tequila yet. Oh. Yes, everybody gets the superstar when they do a donation or become a member. Which hopefully, you all will become a member, because there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to start doing for members only. Actually, there is an announcement I'm going to make. I've been putting it off because it's been weighing on my mind for a couple months now. The magazine that I put out is supposed to be a community-based magazine, and everybody is supposed to send stuff in so that we could share with the community everybody's experiences, their talents, everything, cooking, recipes, artwork, just photography, paranormal experiences and stories. That was the plan when I first started it. It's gotten to be where I don't get any submissions from anybody, only maybe 1 or 2 people. So I'm going to start making the magazine for members only, guys. This way, it's people who are supporting me, I'm supporting them with the magazine. I mean, I didn't want to do this, but like I said, it's been a couple of months, and I have to do a lot of the work, or I do actually all the work. And then I also paid to have it published so that you guys could see it. And it's just, I don't know. It saddens me that nobody, they started sending me stuff and then it just slowly just dwindled down to only nobody sending stuff half the time. So that's why I was struggling with the decision. It's Carla. I'm naughty. Sorry, I haven't helped. No, you do the centerfold for me, and I appreciate it greatly. I didn't even know how to view the magazine. Oh, purple. It's every time it's posted. The link is in my post section on my page. Uh, and everybody gets to hook up with it there. Oh, I was unaware of the magazine. Oh, Mrs. Deathwish, you're new. So yes, it's a paranormal magazine. Um, Good morning, Susan. And it's what when you send and I always tell everybody when I post it that send in your submissions to my raw side email, which is on my page. And like I said, I take it. And if you don't want your name on anything, I don't put it on there. You just put a note, leave me anonymous, because I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable about sharing their experiences. Um, so I was going to make it members only and see how it goes because I really enjoy doing it. So, and I don't want to not do it because everybody does like to read it and likes to look at, everybody's stuff when they send it in. Mystic, I'm sorry. I'm still newer to the US community. That's okay. No need to be sorry. I just figured that maybe it would be a better move seeing that you guys, are supporting me. You're my members, you're my people. That I was going to just put the magazine for members only. Maybe it's a bad idea. I don't know. What do you guys think? I just figured it would be something nice, to give back to you guys. I have a plethora of stories I could share. Excuse me, dry throat. Yes, Mystic, send them in. Share them. Only if you're comfortable with it. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Deathwish. Yes, yeah, send them in. It's like I said, it's how the community gets to know each other through our stories and our artwork, our food. We've always talked about food, and so it's fantastic. Spain is a very everybody's interesting in some way. Spain, I'm sure. You just don't see it. Excuse me. Carla said do members. Yeah. Actually, I can't hand out any memberships until next month, Carla. I already did it all. So yeah, when the new ones come out, yeah, I'll share them, and then everybody can hook up. I'm sure you're very interesting, Spange. Everybody says that about themselves. Susan, do my laundry too, would you? I can't give that job away. I don't know about you guys. I just can't give it away. Oh, okay, Purple. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, if you want to contact me, do it through my private Facebook page or the Raw Side Facebook page. To be honest, though, I always check my personal one more than I do the Raw Side one. I know it's my bad. I think I do that out of habit, though. Okay, Mystic, great. Yeah, and then if you send something, you could send it through the messenger, Or you could send it through the raw side email or my private email. It's on there too. What the heck, right? Does it have to be spooky recipes or just anything? Anything you want to share. Anything. Just because it's a paranormal magazine doesn't mean that it has to be spooky or creepy or yeah, anything. Because you never know, you might have something, a recipe or something that somebody's gonna love, and it's great to share. Like I said, artwork of photographs. If you've got some like spooky photographs, you like might have caught something you think paranormal, send it in. We put it in. Any kind of artwork, Pinky, any kind. See, that's the part I want it to be, who you guys are. So that's why it's community based. That was the whole idea from day one, is that we get to know each other through the pages. So any kind of artwork, photographs, stories. It could even be just, it doesn't even have to be a spooky story. Just a story that you think that would be good that you'd like to share. So yeah, it's anything and everything, just so that we get to know each other on a personal level. That was the whole point of the magazine. Sage says my stepdad saw a string of lights in the straight line, southeast and northwest part. Why didn't he wake me up? Oh, I know. Wow, that's cool. Did he happen to get any photographs or no? Just caught him off guard. That's awesome. I love it when people see that stuff. Carla, yes, Raw Chat is on tonight at 7. So yeah, hopefully you guys all hang out with us later on tonight. It's going to be me, Carla, Miss Susan, and we're having a guest, Raven. Raven's going to hang with us. Eventually we'll get Steph on when she's ready. No pressure, Steph. Bill's not here. He can't pressure you. Yes, Steph, I do have a section for stick figure artwork. And if you do it in black and white, then we can put it in with the coloring pages that I put in there for the kids. An old English pudding recipe. Spotted dick, anyone? Hey, why do they call it that? Could somebody tell me that? But yeah, that would be great. I'd like to try that. No pictures while watching. They went dark. Oh, bummer. That's a bummer. And yes, Carla, Carla's been helping out, because she does the centerfold for us. And I know because she's busy. I know everybody's busy and has their own stuff to do, but if you just, I would appreciate that, just that 5 minutes or so that you could just send something so it fills up the pages, and everybody, gets it. I get a lot of people who they say they love to read it, the stories and the stuff that people send in. So people are enjoying it. String of lights, satellites from Starlink. I've seen them here too. Oh, satellite lights. Yeah, see, that's the thing when you're looking up, because I do that. We've got one light that always shows up in the sky in our backyard. And I think it's a satellite. Steph still has parties this weekend. Nice. I don't have any parties this weekend. I'm avoiding doing the laundry. And, that'll only last for so long. I'll get stuck doing it tomorrow on the holiday. First time I saw Starlink, I flipped out. I was at a friend's house and started beating on his door. Like, you got to see this. The aliens are finally here. Yeah. Oh my God. My reaction is, look, they're checking to see if we're still stupid, and they keep going. That's what it is. We're not smart enough for them yet. Because you got to remember, if they can achieve interstellar flight, We are still infants compared to them. And we barely made it to the moon, never mind, doing intergalactic flights. I just don't see that happening in our lifetime. I could see the southern stars on a clear night here. I know it's when you're a kid, the stars just seem to show up better. Or is it my imagination? I don't know. So usually, yeah, we head up the mountain and on a hill and we sit and watch. Just a clearer view of the stars. You've got to work tomorrow, Carla? You don't have the holiday off? Steph says, I was in a hot tub for the first time and saw Starlink. I was like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. They're invading. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, light pollution. Yeah. Good morning, Tina. Yeah, it is a much clearer view up on a mountain. And we'll just drive up there, especially when we're expected to see the northern lights. Yeah, we head up on the mountain so we could try to get a better view. You guys would have been laughing at me yesterday. We went to this one cemetery, which was huge. And I've got a lot of still shots of a lot of the monuments and stones, and some of them are so gorgeous. But I'm taking a photograph of this one because I just got a kick out of the name. The last name was Doolittle. I go, oh wow, this is awesome. I got to take pictures of this. And I see on the road this little brown thing running around. It circles trying to get into the grass. And I'm thinking, what the hell is this thing? I said, it's too furry and pudgy. And it was about, I'd say 3 inches, 4 inches long. And I'm looking for a tail. There's no tail. I'm thinking, what the hell is this? So I told my husband, get out of the truck. See what this creature is. I don't know what it is. I mean, I wasn't scared. I was laughing because the poor little thing kept just running around in circles trying to get into the grass and he couldn't do it because his little legs were too short. Well, apparently it was a mole. I had never seen a mole. So I was dying laughing. The poor little guy couldn't move quick enough. And I got like a half of a photograph of him. I'll put it out. You can see his pudgy little back end, but apparently that's as big as they get. And I was just laughing at him. Hello, Sam. Welcome, welcome. But I'm like, what the hell is this little thing? Steph, I don't. Maybe it is a mole. It was just a little tiny little creature, and he was just having a heart attack trying to get in that grass because I think because he was afraid of the truck. Thank God we didn't run him over. I would have felt terrible. Go stretch those legs, Sir Wayne. We'll see you tonight on Chick Chat. So yeah, there was the poor little guy. So yeah, he made it. He made it in the grass. So he was safe. But funny. Oh God, it was funny. Yeah, I've got a ton of photographs to go through later, so I'll be posting those later, guys. And of course, the audio, the digital recordings I did, the last couple of ones were all contaminated by traffic, which really ticked me off. But I got to check the one from last night. I'm hoping I caught something. Purple, I do have Discord, but I suck at it. But send stuff to me in Discord, and I will figure it out. I promise. Don't sprain anything on that walk, Wayne. Steph goes, he made it to the grass and then Laura squished him. No, he was too cute. I was feeling bad. I was going to go over and pick him up and put him in the grass. because he just couldn't. He's, his little nose. He's trying to find a way in, and I was just dying laughing. And then he just kept circling around. One time, I accidentally ran over a bunny rabbit. So I was just devastated for days. So I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't imagine hurting something poor little thing like that. Problem was, I was keeping an eye out for drunk drivers coming out of a bar. And the rabbit ran in front of me, and I saw him the last minute, and yeah, boom. I go, oh God, no. I come home, I tell my husband, I'm a bunny killer. And of course, I got my chops broke for that for like months. I suck at social media things. Do you have the link? Oh, to the Discord. I know Carla. I don't know, Carla. Could you find it for me? Let's see. They're not cute when they're tearing up your yard, and you twist your ankle on one of their holes and tunnels to make. We have a yeah. I break for squirrels too. I think squirrels are adorable. My husband used to have a squirrel as a pet when he was a kid. Um, Steph, yeah, we have groundhog in our backyard, and I'm telling you, the first year I planted was a couple years back. I planted a black rose bush in our yard, and it was gorgeous. And this is when we discovered that we had the groundhog or woodchuck or whatever you want to call them. I called him dead meat because my husband was out watering the plants, and there he sees the guy, little fur ball. Well, he wasn't little; he's got a big back end, but chewing up my roses. I was furious, and it's because the woman next door was feeding him, and so he decided to come in my yard and eat all my plants and make holes. So I filled the hole with mothballs and then put dirt in it. Excuse me. I don't know how good it worked, but Steph, I'm not in Discord. Yeah, I'm in there. I just I don't have the link right offhand, and I don't visit it all the time. Oh, thanks, Carla. But if I see somebody sent me a message, then yeah, I pop in there. And everybody, I'm just it's terrible because I'm old, guys. What can I tell you? I'm just used to using Messenger through Facebook, so I just gotta make it a point to get more into the Discord. Uh, Tina, I have a husky and a beagle. The death that happened in my yard is sad. I that's why my dog, I can't unchain my dog, so she has to be on a lead. Um, because we don't have a gate across our driveway, and our street is very, very busy. And if she ever got out front, she'll get hit by a car. So when we have cats and all little other critters in our yard, she goes ballistic. So yeah, it's oh wait, no raw side page. I have Facebook page, yeah. But again, it's bad. I know I gotta keep more updated on that page as well. But yeah, no raw side on Discord. It's under my name, Laura. Thank you, Miss Carla. Thank you, thank you. I probably should switch it over to raw side, huh? I forgot when I set it up. I set it up for some reason. Somebody I forgot it was maybe to hang out with Cheza and them, and I just did it under Laura instead of raw side. Oh, Purple said that the Discord is invalid. Oh, thanks for following me on Facebook. I appreciate it. Yeah, I chat with a lot of people through my Facebook, and it's just what I'm used to doing. Maybe a shrew. I don't know. It was just a little tiny thing. It was so cute. And my husband's looking at me like I'm nuts because here I am laughing at this little fur ball trying to get into the grass. Good morning, Raven. How are you? Oh, okay. Raven's going to try to get the Discord. Thank you, sweetie. Looking forward to tonight, Raven. You're going to have fun. We always have fun on the Chick Chat. Of course, I think we have fun on any of the shows or the chats. The show I did with Susan last night was a blast. Those girls were, wow, high energy. Well, it's all that coffee. I think if you drink as much as coffee as they do, I'd be bouncing off the walls too. But a great couple of gals. I can't wait to have them on in October because they've got a bunch of new investigations that they're going on. So we're going to dig into that on the show. That'll be awesome. Don't be scared, Raven. It's just a bunch of us girls running our mouths. You don't have to be on there. You could use an avatar like I am this morning because, I didn't do my hair. It's too early in the morning to do hair. Just brush it and tie it up. I forgot about it because, I was going to do the podcast too. Check it out. And I got distracted going over photographs and trying to listen to audio and listen to Bill. And I multitask too much. You're going to be just fine, Raven. You're going to have fun. I always try to make, like Carla and them sing to people. So I always volunteer. Speaking of coffee, time for cup 2. Yeah, I'm still working on number 1. Do I have a server page? It's listed under Laura, and Carla's at a number. Like I said, I'm really bad with Discord. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't look too bad. I could click and you could see, but I figured, no makeup, just tied the hair up, and I figure you guys see me enough on the other shows. You don't need to see me in the morning. It might be too much for you. Carla, I don't use my Discord yet. I check it every now and then for messages, and then I figure out how to get the messages, but that's as far as I get. And I'll read everybody else's. It's terrible. I feel like that. I'm still looking like the Walking Dead over here. Yeah. I'm sure everybody goes through, like the zombie phase, because I'm like a zombie in the morning, and the dog's all happy. I'm like, get out of here. It's too early. Go away. Yeah, I might do that stuff. Like I said, I just set it up. I think it was to talk with Jimmy is what it was. And it just went under Laura. But I should I should change it to served raw. That's good. If I remember, I'm going to do that later. It's funny. But because I'm in 20 Discords now. Everybody that pops on there, I'm in theirs. I just don't check it that often. Oh, Sage is good to go now. She's had her coffee. So. Yeah, you gotta have that first couple of sips to wake up. And then yeah. Oh, good. She said the Discord links worked. Okay, great, great, great. I have a friend who's one of those happy, bubbly morning people. I remember staying at her house one time and she's all like bouncing off the walls. I'm like, oh, please, girl, it is just too early for the for you. Step away. Carla, the twerking shape is on Laura's general chat. Oh, I'm sorry that you're not feeling good, Steph. You pop some of them allergy pills. Maybe that'll help. Yes, we've got to talk about the horror makeup. So there you go, Raven. We're looking forward to that because spooky season is upon us, gals. So I'm looking forward to what you guys are going to come up with. And of course, Carla, we're going to do the show where you do the makeup live. That'll be great. And Raven, I think you'll be quiet at first, but once we get you where you're comfortable and you're settled in, you'll be fine, just fine. I'm on year-round allergy stuff again. Yeah, I had bad issues with allergies this year. You guys noticed that when I had every time I was live, my eyes were like bloodshot, People probably thinking I'm stoned. Nope, it was allergies. And my eyes, both eyes wouldn't stop watering. And that was all summer. And usually it only lasts a little while. No, it was all summer this year. And now that it's the weather has calmed down and calmed down, it's gone. Keeping my fingers crossed. It really sucks, especially when we dress up in our costumes for the show, and you got all that eye makeup on. Oh, and you got one runny eye, really attractive. Woohoo! Makes you hot, don't it? I resemble Spooky. I looked in the mirror this morning. Oh, Sage. I know when you look in the mirror in the morning, you're like, oh God, what the hell is that? Death Witch. I'm always a Halloween. I'm always a witch too for Halloween. And I've got a new green witch Halloween outfit that I'm putting together. Hopefully it'll be done because I got a show coming up with Susan, and we're going to be dressed in our personas. So hopefully mine will be finished. I have some sewing to do. Allergy season here in New Zealand. Oh boy. Get that allergy medicine going. Carla said, I messaged Jimmy last night about the OBS. Oh, I'm telling you, Carla, you'll be banging your head on the wall. And like I said, he was such a doll because 3 hours he spent with me. I got some of it, and then I didn't want to bother him anymore. I was like, it is too long. And he was still doing the documentary stuff. He really didn't have time. And it was really nice of him to do it. Sage, really the worst in the winter. Oh my God. Well, see, you're battling like the outside allergies, and then I have pets. And I'm allergic to pet hair. We have pets, and then what I do is this vacuum, constant vacuuming. And after I love my pets up, I got to go wash my hands because I can't touch my face. Yeah, post the photograph. We'd love to see it. Wait until your eyes. Yeah, I do. I've got one that does it every now and then. Stigmatism. When my eyes get strained, it does that little twitching. That drives me. My allergist cured for me was all carpeting. which I don't have, and I got to stay away from animals. Oh, actually, yeah, we don't because my husband likes wall to wall carpeting. I told him we can't, so I just have area rugs. And allergies, and actually, I didn't have any allergies until I got older. And when I was younger, nothing bothered me. Now it seems like I'm allergic to everything. I'm in the golden years now. Bullshit. Oh, okay. Death Witch. Yeah, we'll check that out. Her witch costume. Well, I had just thrown something together quick in the beginning, and it's kind of lame. I mean, it's all right, but I wanted to perfect it a little bit more. So yeah, I ordered some stuff, and I'm gonna customize it uh, to what I like, and I mean, it goes with my thing, man. I'm the Green Witch. And that's why I did the broom video. Of course, that was a bust, but the broom come out great. And I have it here in my studio, and it's, of course, it's cinnamon scented. So all I smell is cinnamon. You see me when I leave the barn after mucking stalls. Oh, it must be awful, Steph. Yeah, barn and allergies don't go together. Oh no, 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 no. And that's even if you take allergy medication before you go in the barn? That's just awful. Oh, thanks for hanging out with us, Mystic. I appreciate it greatly. I really do. And hopefully we'll see you tonight on the Chick Chat, even though it'll be late for you, but hopefully you can pop in and visit with us. Oh, Purple saw the costume. Now I can't wait to see it. Yeah, same here. I got to be careful. Like I said, I don't, when petting animals, I can pet them and I'm good. But if I touch my face, forget it. Yeah, I swell up a little bit. Everything gets itchy, hot. So I always got to remind myself. And once I pet somebody's pet or even my own, I have to wash my hands. I know that's the thing that stinks. You love them so much, and you got to be careful. You touch them anyway. The worst times around here is when the pets start shedding, getting in their new coats for the season. Right now, my shepherd is shedding. And it's just like wall to wall dog hair, and all I do all day long, sweep and vacuum. And I always bitch. It's like, you should be bald by now, for God's sakes. What the hell? No, it just keeps coming. And then when you think you're all done, you'll sit down for a minute, take a break, and a breeze will go by, and you see a ball of dog hair come blowing by. It's like, where the frick did that come from? So yeah, it's just a never-ending cycle. Oh boy, yeah. Gotta watch it. The animal hair, the eyes get affected instantly. It sucks. My poor sister's allergic to poodles and cats. And if she gets them, they get near her, it starts instantly, her face starts to puff up. And the funny thing is, every time animals know this too, they know that you can't touch them. So they come up to rub up against you and everything. You're like, go, get away. Get away. And it kills her because she wants a pet, but she can't have one. Oh, Tina, yeah, yeah. My son's fiance is a pet groomer. So yeah, she's covered in hair all the time. And they have 3 cats and a dog. Because I was teasing my son. We were at his house last night. And I go, it's becoming a zoo in here. Think you need some more? My son goes, yeah, I know. But this girl's a sucker for animals. She, oh, and I go, no, because she wanted a German Shepherd too. I'm thinking, yeah, I can see now, 2 dogs and, 3 cats and whatever else she brings home. They're going to have to get another house just for the pets. Yeah, the dog, it's never ending. I have a kid last time. Yeah, after cleaning up, it was like a whole nother dog. And then I had my son's fiance come over and groom the shepherd because the stuff was coming off in chunks. And the dog will let me vacuum her. That's the funny thing too. It just keeps coming. So after they groomed her, she looked great, but it's still everywhere. So and I give my dog free reign. She gets to get on the couch because I have it covered. So that makes it easier. But I don't give her restrictions, so there's just dog hair everywhere. So yeah, that's what I do. I spend a lot of time vacuuming. Okay, Carla, lurk away. Me too. It's like cats are allergic and they're gonna and they wanna rub up against you. My sister cracks me up. She's like, "No, get away!" She like runs. And it follows her. I was like, "You're not getting away. They're still gonna follow you." My dog does the same thing to her, and I'll tease her, "Go get Aunt Lisa." And my sister's like, "Shut up, shut up." Doing my hair and makeup. Oh, Carla's getting all purdy. I don't put makeup on until I do a show. Why waste it? And I'm not going anywhere, so. Sage, I can. That is no joke. I thought about doing that one time, processing the hair and knitting knitting something out of it. That's how much there is. And it happens twice a year when it was spring and then in the fall. It's just awful. See, I'm allergic to the dander from animals, and the only dogs that I've had a reaction to was an old English sheepdog. Ah, it shed a lot. Yeah, they do, Carla. They, like I said, just twice a year. But actually, I found out because I got my dog from my uncle who breeds shepherds, and they only do raw feed on their dogs. Their dogs are gorgeous. I can't afford to do raw feed on the dog, but they doing raw feed and all natural organic stuff. Their dogs don't shed hardly at all, which is amazing. So there is, it's a benefit to doing that kind of feeding, but you got to be able to afford it. They have 2 full-size refrigerators in their house. One is for the dog's food and then there's their food. But they produce beautiful pets for people. I mean, the dogs are their babies, so that's why, I was lucky enough to get one from them. But this will be my last dog. We live on the 2nd floor, and it's difficult for me. I have to run up and down the stairs all the time to let her out, and some days it's pretty rough. Then I've got a spooky photo shoot at the creek before our show. Oh, she's recording. Are you doing a school in session this morning, Miss Serpentine? And then she's doing a spooky photo shoot at the creek. Oh, that's fun. Carla, you need to move closer to me so that we can hang out more. Oh, they all shed, Steph. Some are worse than others. I've got friends here that say, "Oh, we'll do this and we'll do that." We never end up doing it. So I stop asking. I says, so now I got nobody weird or fun to hang out with because they're all just doing their own thing. I thought about making little animals out of my cat's fur when I brush. I know my cat's, she's shedding too. Miss Emmy Lou, my wide load kitty. She's an old girl now, though, so I give her some slack. I actually was supposed to give her a bath the other day, and I didn't make it. So she ain't gonna be happy with me, but she needs to have one. And she knows it's coming too because she gets the look on her face like, oh, fuck. They're gonna put me in the tub. Oh, Tina, no, I know. I've got friends that get huskies. And, I always tell everybody, I don't think huskies should be in the New York area. It's just too hot for them here. The poor things. They need to live in places where it's cold. Excuse me, because they love it. I've known a few people that have had huskies here, and it's been miserable for them. The heat is just too much. Hey, V team, good morning. We're talking pets. 7 cats. God love you. I had 2, but we lost one about 5, 6 years ago. My poor buddy. I used to use the store flea protection on them. He ended up having a reaction to it, and it killed him. My poor buddy kitty. So, oh yeah, I won't use any of that garbage on my pets no more. It was a hard lesson to learn. And terrible for him because I just was always heartbroken. She's inside in the summer with the AC. We see her at meal times in the winter. Yeah, because it's too. Otherwise, they'll dig big holes in the yard, try to cool off. It's awful. So yeah, I don't think that they should be in an area where it gets, this year it was almost 100 degrees every day. Could you imagine? Poor things would be dying because their fur is wicked thick. Wicked. I had a guide dog named Wendy. She's retired now. Aw. I thought about training my dog to be a service dog, but she's too high strung. I could just see her pulling some, handicapped person down, dragging them down the street. It's just, I don't think she was, even though she listens well, and I think if she went through the training, she'd be fine. But if you guys seen her, she's a spaz. Very high strung dog. Even to this day, we've had her, I think she's 8 now. I still have to use a pinch collar on her when we take her for a walk. She'll rip your arm right off. So yeah, got to keep that control because she just wants to go. I used to have 12 cats and 5 dogs. God bless you. Wow. I'm down to 1 cat and 1 dog. I won't be getting any more. Oh, but at least you have them for now. Yeah, when we get older, it's harder to take care of them. Yeah, that is the perks of the job. That's why, Athena, my dog, she hates having her nails done. Hates it. I had one woman come to the house one time. She had to corner her in a doorway and block her in the corner and hold her down to do her nails because she hates it. And she would never let me do it. I've tried all the tricks. Wouldn't let me touch her nails. And I've always played with her feet since she was a puppy. So she'd be used to it. That didn't work either. So my son and his girlfriend come over, and my son holds her, and the girlfriend does the nails because that's the only way we could get them done. Otherwise, no way. She won't let nobody do them. That's right. Love them while you got them. But yeah, I decided this year that these are the last two pets. Thank God when we go away, thank God where we go, they let us bring the dog. And then I have somebody come in and check in them on the cat. But going away is difficult. And just everyday general taking care. Because I have, you guys know I'm disabled. So it's hard for me to do what I got to do. And it's not fair to the pet. So I do the best I can for now. But these are the last two. Maybe I'll switch to a bird. I don't know. Be easier. Ready for the list? Sure. Kitty's names are Powder, Iris, Snagglepuss, Dusty, Peaches, Sweetie, and Kabuki. Oh, it's cute. Mine is Emmy Lou. I didn't name her. She came with the name, and I kept it because I thought it was cute. Emmy Lou. I call her Lulu. And then our other one was Buddy. He was hysterical. He was part ragdoll and short hair. So he was white and black. He was adorable. And he used to play fetch. He was a very fun cat. So yeah, we were heartbroken when we lost him. I used to breed border collies. They are awesome. Yes, they are purple. Yes, they are. I thought about getting one of those. And then when my uncle decided to start breeding the shepherds, and my husband always wanted a shepherd. So my uncle's first litter, there was 15. The poor mother. And we got a puppy from the first litter. Actually, it just happened this year. My uncle lost his male dog, Zeus, who was Athena's dad. So my uncle was pretty crushed by that. So they have 6 dogs of their own. But I don't think they're going to do breeding anymore. It's a lot of work. They're very dedicated to it. And like I said, they treat them like their own babies. So it's great when you can have people that treat them that well and you know what kind of dog that you're getting. And it's not like it's over with after they, people come and purchase the puppies. They keep up with them for their entire lives. Michael's wife will message him, "Oh, I need pictures of my babies. How are they doing? You need anything?" And she'll do it for the entire dog's life. My cat is Frankie. Oh, it's great, Frankie. Since I had a Boston Terrier, that was an awesome dog. He was a bigger one, 28 pounds. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine just lost her Boston Terrier. That was her child. And yeah, hers was called Stella. She was adorable. Tina, border collies are too smart for me. I like dumb dogs. Oh, oh, that's funny. They're smart though. I'll be right back. Time for a little wake and bake. Oh, that's all right. We'll be here. Oh, hi, Jamie. Wonderful to see you. You've been MIA. Laura, must be an early brew for you. Well, actually, let's see. What time is it now? It's 10:15 in the morning. I was up early. But I'm glad you popped in, Jamie. It's been a long time since you've joined us. I thought maybe you were mad at me for something. Sage Tina, having a dog smarter than you can be. Yeah, it is. My husband always joke around, oh, call our dog, oh, dumb dog. I go, please, that dog's smarter than you. Athena shepherds are very smart. Too smart, put it that way. She knows what you're doing before you even do it. It's just amazing how smart she is. Dang, it's only 8 a.m. here. Oh, we got a couple hours on you then. Sorry, I could never be mad at you. You're great. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Well, I was concerned because you haven't been around in a while. But I figured, I'd let you alone and do your thing, you know? Hotshot. I didn't name him, but I got him a year. My dad died. My dad used to have a horse named Hotshot. So it seems like the name it was meant to be. Oh, yeah, that's great. I love it when people have unique names for their pets because, like, especially like dogs. And then you go out in the yard and you call for them. So you imagine being out in the yard, Hotshot, come here. Or some really strange name and you're yelling it out in the yard or the looks you get from people. I think it's funny. It is 2:16 in the morning where Pinky is. Oh, Pinky, if I had a prize to give you, I would. You're a trooper. I ask a lot of people like Raven and Pinky, do these people sleep? Do you people sleep? Because I'll be going on other people's lives or chats and they're there. They're always there. Are you guys aliens? Is that what it is? Aliens among us. They never sleep. I don't know how you do it. Of course, they're young girls, so they got endless supplies of energy. Oh, Tina, I love those names. Those are great. I know somebody has a dog named Archie. Oh, he's a hoot. Jamie, I figured it had to do with that. That's why I let it alone. But just to let you know, I did have a conversation with that certain someone, and things are set straight. And Stephanie knows that if that certain someone steps out of line, is to cut him loose. So that's it. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to give people notice like that. I don't like to do it, but we have to do it sometimes. So that person has been warned, final warning. So don't ever feel that it's not safe to come in. And I mean, you're one of my mods, so it's a safe place. So remember that. So don't ever feel that, if you feel attacked or whatever, you do what you got to do. That person's been warned. And they've been on their best behavior so far. So, which I'm glad to say, because I don't like to come down on people like that. I've had to do it during a show, and that's just it's not right. But sometimes you got to do it because I got to protect everybody that's in the chat. You're my people. I got to do my job, and when somebody is misusing any of you, then I have to stop the show, reprimand them, and cut them loose. Don't like to, but that's the way it is. Oh, Pinky, 47. Yes, you're young. I'll take 47 again. I had more move in my groove at 47. Of course, I could still shake it if I want to, but I pay for it later. Granddaughter wanted to name him Golden Kevin. A kitty named she's One Eye. Oh, One Eye. It's amazing how they adapt, isn't it? Oh, you're welcome, Jamie. I would have done it for everybody. And like I said, I figured that that's what it was. You were uncomfortable with that person being there, but all's good. No, no, no. I know you never would be nasty. So that's my job to do the nasty. Don't worry about it. And like I said, Steph already knows. So her finger's on the button. My late niece Raven found a pregnant Australian Shepherd, and the dog started warning her of her epileptic seizures. Oh, that's just amazing. It's amazing how they do that. I watch videos on that, how pets do know that. You know, it's funny because Athena knows when I'm not feeling good, and then she'll stick close to me, even though she's not trained for that. Um, it's they pick up on it. Because my kids are adults. Yeah, well, 47, but still is young, 47. Of course, I was 47 the last time I hurt my neck. I didn't like the age of 47. Spine surgery. It's like, oh, yeah. Hopefully the surgery turned out okay and you're good. No lasting effects. I know a lot of people, when they have spine surgery, sometimes it makes it worse. Tina says, I'm no longer getting old. I've arrived at old. I'm just about there, Tina. I don't mind my age. If I didn't have all of the disabilities that I have, I'd be raring to go and keep going. You know, but my body reminds me, hey, slow it down, lady. What the hell are you doing? Like yesterday. Like I said, I went 3 days in a row out to different cemeteries. And you're hiking. It's not level ground. It's like some of the stuff's mountainous. And I'm climbing up and down and doing all this stuff. And my knee went out the other day, and I was like, oh, I told my husband, I said, hey, I think I'm done. So last night, the last part of the cemetery that we were going through, we just drove through, and I was taking random shots because I couldn't walk anymore. And I'm not doing too bad this morning. I had a hard time getting up and moving, but once I did, it was okay. I gotta get drunk if I want to shake it. The body won't otherwise. Oh. Oh, come on. When that music starts, just that groove thing starts going. You got to do it. You know what I mean? Laura, you could have sent one of your haunted dolls. Yeah, yeah. One of my little lovelies that I have hanging out in my room. All right, V team. I am young as 65. You go. That's why it always kills me. They say, oh, the golden years. Yeah, you're full of shit. Golden years. Golden years are when you're in your 20s. Because you had endless energy. You could do anything and everything and not pay for it the next day. Nowadays, if I did the things like I did when I was a 20, forget it. Like I always tell people, if I will want to do like abandoned buildings and stuff, I can't do that stuff anymore because I can't run that fast anymore and I don't hop fences anymore. So I'm screwed. I get caught and end up in jail. So yeah, it's not worth it. Steph says I had to put aloe on my poor dog's paws. She has food allergies and gets using chemicals when she started to get raw and lick them. Yeah, I would have. Well, I put coconut oil on my dog because she's got a dry skin issue. Because every time she's scratching, my father goes, "Oh, she got fleas." I go, "No, she don't have fleas." I says it's dried skin. So I get the coconut oil, and she loves it because you sit there and I massage it in her fur and into her skin, and she loves it right up because it's attention. Surgery. I have permanent nerve damage. Oh, Sage. See, so they try to help you with one thing, and then you end up with another issue. That sucks. I'm trying to take care, Jamie. I do the best I can. I'm stubborn. Stubborn Polak. I do a lot of things that I shouldn't. My husband gives me shit about it. But, I just can't sit around all the time. So I do what I do, and then I pay for it for 2 days after the fact. Just the way it goes. Barbs on the aloe plant as a weapon, as I just dropped a barb leaf on my thigh. Oh, 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 oh. Yes, I have a big aloe cactus in my kitchen. And it's there for when I burn myself. And it works. You just snap off a piece, rub it on. Good to go. My daughter bought a house. We were painting, shopping, hanging curtains, decorating. I was starting to think she was trying to kill me. I know. My son had just recently bought a house. And yeah, we were helping them move. I'm like, listen, I'm not hauling no boxes. I'll help pack them. I'll help unpack them. You guys are doing all the hauling. Forget that. Of course, he was smart. The house he bought, everything's all on one level. So it made it a hell of a lot easier. When we bought our house, it was intentions, my parents lived below us. So it was easy for them and I could keep an eye on them. But I'm the one that's running up and down flights of stairs. And then my laundry I do is in the basement. So yeah, I put everything in a laundry bag and throw it down the stairs now because carrying is just, I can't do it. I won't make it. That's 2 flights of stairs. And I always like to hang my clothes outside. So can you imagine you're hauling up a heavy basket full of wet clothes, a flight of stairs, and then outside? Nah, that didn't happen anymore either. Oh, that she dragged you through IKEA. She's got you marked, Tina. You better watch it. There you go. See, the rusty ears. That's right, because we all need a little bit of oil in them joints. The creaky bone ears. I know this is the part that blows. You're not doing anything, and then you move something. You're like, oh, what the hell is that? That freaking hurts. When I feel like dancing, I do zoomies in my electric wheelchair. There you go. See? When there's a will, there's a way. You do 360s too in the wheelchair? That'd be awesome. I would be doing it. People would be looking at me like I'm nuts. Oh, sorry about the divorce, but if it was a blessing, then good for her. And yeah, every day, I always tell everybody that, it's every day is a new beginning. So no matter what happens today, it could start off good, end up shitty, and like yesterday for me. It ended out shitty. I was really upset yesterday, but you know what? This morning, it's a new day. What happened yesterday is over with. So that's always the attitude I have, and I always tell everybody that. Tomorrow's a new day. You can start it all over again and change it up. Friends with arthritis. Oh, me too, Sage. Me too. That's why I had to give up jewelry making. I've got buttloads of jewelry around here that I need to find a way to get rid of. But I also used to make rosary beads, and I'll only do that on special request because I can't handle the pliers anymore because everything is done by hand. And yeah, the arthritis is like, I don't think so. That's why I was using pliers when I was doing the broom video yesterday. And I had wire wrapped around one section, and that's when I ripped open my finger. So I figured, it was going to be a great video because here you got, a little arts and crafts, a little blood. But yeah, the camera decided to shut off. It's funny because her daughter said her dog does not like being in a new house, and it looks strange to them. You got to give them time. Trying to catch up, guys. I like this group. Oh, I'm glad, Pinky. Yeah, the drama. We don't do drama. No drama. I don't have it in my life, and I don't have it in my show. It's not allowed. Life is hard enough. This is supposed to be a place where we could chill, chat, hang out. Unfortunately, YouTube right now is just streams and streams of people getting sucked into the drama. Why? I mean, oh God, I've been in a few that I check out every now and then, and it's pure drama. It's just awful. And I sit there for a couple of minutes listening, thinking, what is wrong with these people? It's the same thing over and over. And just let it go. Life is too short to keep rehashing somebody else's garbage. I do that too, Sage. Wake up every morning. You got to check to see what hurts before you try to get out. Get out of bed. That was me this morning from, doing all the walking around yesterday. I think, oh God, oh. The dog's looking at me. I'm like, oh, get out of the way. I can't walk. I want to go through my daughter's house with EMF, not only because they are hearing noises, but because they have to upgrade everything. I would do it. I would go through, check to see if they've got a strong field in the house. They might have to have something rewired or something. And if not, then just go through with a recorder and start talking and see what answers you back. Spooky. I was learning wire weaving, but I can't stop for a while. Oh, that must be fun. I like working with wire too. It's pretty fun. I think I got hooked on that from my mother because one time my father was always in electronics, so he had an abundance of wire around the house, and my mother had this copper wire and a huge stone, and she made this beautiful multi-copper colored tree and attached it to this stone, and I always admired that as a kid. I don't know whatever happened to it because I would still have it today. But just beautiful, beautiful how it comes out. And I did do some wire weaving with with some of my jewelry pieces. I don't have any of those left. Now I just have some like basic stuff left over. I donated a lot of it to girls, because what teenage or young girl doesn't want a bunch of free jewelry? So I figured it was a good place to get rid of some of it. I have too many screws loose. Right? Well, I think we all have a few loose, especially involved in the paranormal community or the field itself. You gotta be a little bit of on the loose side. Or I've heard crazy thumps in the house, like a door closing, but all the doors were taken off except a heavy front door that was dead bolted. Oh yeah, go through there with a recorder. Just walk through, like I do with the cemetery and say, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Have a conversation, just with the thin air, and you might be surprised. Something might say, "Hey, this is my house. Get the hell out." And then you just have to say, "Well, no, we're here, and we're going to take care of it for you." I had to do that at my house. Laura, is Bill still eating cheesecake and teasing you with it? No, the brat. Now he's in the garage playing around with fire. Fire and grease. Clickbait drama equals views. That's what it is. That's how they get the views. I need the views just like any other channel and the members and the the donations to help me keep me going. We that's the bottom line. Anybody that does YouTube needs all of these things to keep everything going. We don't like to ask, because it makes you feel like a beggar. So, we just assume everybody knows, oh, hit the like button. And, if you want to donate, please, it's great. It all goes back into the channel. But yeah, I don't do the drama so that I can get the views. I mean, I was floored with just a few shorts that I posted, ended up getting over 2,000 views within, a half hour. I was like, holy crap. So that made my day. Really enjoy your channel too. Love hearing you laugh. Oh, thank you. I always try to be on the positive because my husband's always on the negative. Because I'll tell him sometimes, you really suck the life right out of people. And he looks at me. I says, you're always, the negative. And I'm the positive. Maybe that's why we get along so well. I just be nice to everybody. I don't be nasty. Life is too short to be an ass to people. Yeah, it's true. Some people you need to be a little nasty just to, knock them down a peg or two. Because some people, they just, get out of hand. Not for nothing, we're all the same. We all got to get up in the morning. All got to put our pants on. We're the same. We might not always agree, and that's okay. I always encourage everybody, you voice your opinion. It's safe. I don't let anybody attack or bash because a lot of things that people say I don't agree with and vice versa. But we still, at the end of the day, can still be friends. It's a lot of people have a problem with that. Is your makeup done, Carla? Yes, he was missed, Steph. Yes. And I figured I knew the reason. And Jamie was being polite and not calling it out, but I knew that's what the reason was. And that's why I told you, don't ever think that you can't come here and be on my program. Ever. Oh, is that Bill? Bill, what are you doing on here, Bill? You got your coffee, Bill? This is, the coffee chat, Bill. Which Bill was supposed to join me on whenever he's ready. But I figured, what the hell? I was up. Let me do it. Let's do it. You know me, jumping in with both feet. Good morning, Pam. How are you? Bill, Mr. Coffee himself. You are happy in your life, and they can't take that. They kind of wish they had what you have, even just a smidge of it. Yeah. See, I. Life is a gift. I always tell everybody that. You only get one chance on this ride. It's only once around. Why spend the majority of it in a constant battle over nothing? Because it is nothing. If you listen to some of these channels and they're fighting about ridiculous garbage, it's nothing. Let it go, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand that, Jamie. But like I said, it's been dealt with, and the minute it starts, Bill knows, Steph knows, and Yuramat, just cut it loose. The warning has been put out. There is no more warnings. The person is on probation. So, I give the warning once. That's it. Because I don't have time for that either. I'm not going to have to keep schooling somebody. I'm not everybody's mama, even though I mother everybody. That's just who I am. But, you're a grown adult. Treat people like you want to be treated. It's that simple. The devil's awake. Yeah, that's what they say about me too, Steph. So when I finally hit the bottom, woohoo, I'm at the bottom. So I mean, yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Like you said, everybody like Steph comes in the chat. She wants to make everybody laugh. She wants to have a good time. That's what this is about. You know, you want to do the drama, do it in your own house. Don't do it. Don't do it on people's channels. Unless that's what the channel's about, then go ahead, go over there, knock yourself out. I don't have time for that. It's just ridiculous. Same thing when you get these people that tell all these stories and lies. And you know what? Crying out loud, man. I'm almost 60 years old. What do I got to lie about? I don't care. I own what it is. I own what I am. And it's just, that's the way it is. Oh, you're very welcome, Jamie. Thanks, guys. I try hard. It took four-wheeler out on a live at 50 miles an hour. Daredevil Bill. In the dark on a quad. But yeah, I know. Well, that's what it is. He's out in the middle of nowhere, goes zipping through them back roads. You gotta nail a skunk, Bill, and then you're gonna be stinking. And then you have to stay in the barn because Michelle ain't gonna let you in the house. Whispered back, have some tequila. Excuse me, that's funny. Or the saying there, people tell you go to hell, and he says, I can't, I was kicked out. Or I was already there, they kicked me out. Pam. Oh, Pam, you thought I was around 40? Oh, God bless you. I'll take it. I'll take it. Excuse me. My goodness. Talk about allergies. Yeah, go ahead, Steph. You can put it in there. I know Bill's a smooth talker, always saying that like I'm in my 20s. Yeah, no. I'll take 40 though. That's cool. Actually, this year I turned 58. Yes, Wiz is a great guy. Very helpful. I try to catch his stuff too. I'm in a lot of people's stuff. I'm just usually lurking because I'm working as I'm lurking. And I don't usually comment until either after the fact or whatever. So yeah, but I'm there. I try to support as much as I can. Laura, I'm 55 and I seriously thought you were a lot younger than me. And that's the truth. Oh, well, thank you, Jamie. So apparently I'm still hot. All right. No. Pam says I'm 59, but I look at, I probably not. Actually, looking at the shirt, I think I'm going to wear today. Aha. Put it on. Oh, husband turns 56 on Friday. Well, happy birthday to him. You going to do anything special for his birthday? You see, so we're all roughly the same age. Oh, thank you, purple. I still got it. That's what I keep telling my husband. Uh, I always break him on him. I said, "Come on, you know I'm still hot, right?" He just rolls his eyes at me. Or I'll say it to him. I says, "Oh, damn, you're so smoking hot. Get out of here." And I'll do it to him first thing in the morning. You know, everybody looks so great in the morning. And I'll say, "Damn, that's why I married that. You're so hot." He said, "Get away from me. You're crazy." Baked him a cake, and the kids and I got him Indian for dinner and lots of gifts. Oh, that's great. That's nice. My personal chef, let's call him husband, made blueberry pancakes with maple syrup, sausage on the side of spoiled and stuff. Oh, you make me jealous. I could go for something like that. Actually, it's kind of cool. My son brought me a gift the other day. A friend of his has a maple uh, syrup farm. They produce maple syrup locally, and it's infused with coffee beans. So maple syrup with that hint of coffee. It's really, really nice. So I have to try that. We haven't. I just opened it up and took a little spoonful, but I'll have to try it on some waffles. But I thought that was pretty good, infused with coffee beans, and I think they had different ones as well. But my son gave it to me because he doesn't drink coffee. He goes, "I don't drink coffee here, so I brought you this." Oh my god, I just saw the dog hair already on it. Just from taking it out of the drawer in the dryer, it goes, "Oh yeah, see? It clings. It clings to everything." It's terrible because I like to wear, my channel t-shirts when I go out and do investigating and stuff, and they're black. And yeah, it's like, my Christ sakes, man, I just walked out of the house. I got dog hair all over the shirt. It just clings right to you, magnet, especially in black. It's my youngest son's 18th. The day after my 38th birthday in September, he's having a big party. 18. Boy, that was a good time, 18. I hope he has a good and safe day for his birthday. And 38. Yeah, 38 was a good time. Oh, 48. All right, you could have just kept it at 38. We wouldn't have told. Poor misguided kid that doesn't drink coffee. Yeah, he don't like it. And he doesn't drink hot tea either. He likes iced tea. He's an iced tea drinker. Of course, I never drank coffee or soda until I met my husband. I usually all I drank was water majority of the time. My husband corrupted me. A cat hair envelops my house. Yeah, see, like I said, we got the double whammy: cat hair and dog hair. So I might as well just walk around with the vacuum hose in my hand 24/7 because that's just you can't keep up with it. It's awful. Now, right now, my vacuum cleaner got plugged up, so I have to take the whole thing apart today because I didn't vacuum yesterday, and it looks like a dog exploded in my living room. So that's what I'll be doing later, guys. There will be alcohol since he will be allowed to drink at 18. Really? You're allowed to drink out there at 18. Here it's 21. I think they should change it to 41, but Just like my husband and I were up at when I took a ride up at Star Hill. You guys probably heard me talk about the Star Hill story. I wanted to go up there and get photos during the day so you guys could see the land that I was talking about in the story that goes with that road. And there was a kid up there in a car, just sitting there enjoying the view. He looked like he was 12 years old. I'm thinking, there's no way that kid's old enough to drive a car. I'm thinking, did we look that young at 16? I was like, floored. He did. He looked like he was 12. And of course, there was another car there. They were playing music because I wanted to do some digital recording up there just in case. Because I always say the same thing. If it's haunted at night, it's haunted during the day. And that's where the orb appears above the road on that road. And I was hoping to walk up and down the road with the recorder to see if I pick up anything. And no, they were playing music, so that was a bust. Our legal age is 18. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, 21 here. See, I couldn't drink coffee for years. The resin from the beans, apparently. Then I tried cold brew. Yay, I can have moderate amounts of coffee again. Oh, isn't it? I had cold coffee a couple times. It's not bad. Of course, I'll drink mine, even though if it's cold in the cup, I'll finish it. So it's cold. Yeah, 18. A lot of places it's 18. But yeah, here it's 21. Which kind of kills me because you can go and fight and die for your country at 18, but you can't have a beer. I mean, really? But I don't know. I could see their point because there's a lot of kids that aren't mature enough to handle alcohol. So it's not a bad thing that they gotta wait till they're 21. And I used to drink. I used to go out and drink all the time when we were younger. And then when it became legal for me to drink, it was like, it ain't no fun anymore. Because now that that fear of being caught is gone because you're illegal. Oh, that's good, Pinky. So no, it doesn't hurt. My son drinks a little bit. Uh, you know, and he has since he's 21, but in moderation. Which is actually he showed me. I stepped at his house last night. He showed a new because he likes Jack Daniels, and it was blackberry Jack Daniels. I go, ooh, that sounds good. So every now and then, he'll come home or on the weekends, he'll make a mixed drink with his Jack, with Uncle Jack, as we say. Um, so I told myself, well, you got to let me know how that one tastes because that sounds good. Sage says, I figure if you're old enough to work and vote, you should be able to drink, but then our country isn't very mature. Yeah, it's, but the thing is that now the kids nowadays, their responsibility towards work is pretty shitty as well. So, I mean, not all of them, but not like when we grew up. You knew you had a job to do and you did it. You did it to the best of your ability and you earned that drink. Kids nowadays, like, oh God, no, some of them. Laura, there should some adults who shouldn't be allowed. Exactly. Exactly. I know a few people that, yeah, full blown adults and they shouldn't touch alcohol at all. Actually, one of them is an uncle of mine. It's he gets drinking and oh boy, he gets nasty. So yeah. I may sound like a bourbon whiskey snob, but I have upped game on that Jack Daniels. I don't know if I'd want to drink a blackberry one. Oh, I don't know. Some of them are pretty good. He gets multiple ones. Yeah, my father's always been a bourbon drinker. He likes the high class bourbon. Let's see. If you feel people aren't mature enough to drink or smoke, then you aren't mature enough to make a decision to give your life to our country. Yeah. And that's what they do. They hit them up in the senior year of high school. And they got all these guys there telling them all of this, how great it is to join the military and what the military can do for you. And because I remember my son coming home with all these pamphlets, and I'm looking at him like, are you planning on doing this? And he goes, well, I don't know. And I'm like, I says, well, you know what? I really don't want you to. I mean, he's of course, I don't know if that rule still applies, only surviving son. But if that's something that you want, then we will support you. I says, but it's not as great as they say it is. And then when they're done with you, they throw you out, and look at all the homeless military people that we have, or military people that need medical uh, help because of the issues of the things that they've seen and done, and they get screwed. My uncle used to get violent. Yeah, no, my uncle has a drinking issue, uh, and yeah, he's fun at first until you say one thing, it sets him off, and then he becomes well, it used to be violent. And my uncle is one tough SOB. And I mean, now he's messed up because he used to be a roofer. So he destroyed his back from roofing all those years. But yeah, he had the reputation. All you do is mention his name and people would go the other way. People were very afraid of him. And then you mix that with being a drunk or drinking. Oh, crap. So yeah. Let's see. With my meds, I really can't drink anyway. I like uh shots of Irish cream. Sambuca. Yeah, I take medication too, but once in a while I'll have a drink. Don't get me going. It's appalling that people give everything in this country and then they kick them to the curb. And yeah, exactly. They should be first, and they're not. Um, my dad is a veteran, and I had to go through a lot of hoops to get him the stuff that he was entitled to. And once you get in the loop, you're good. Because they helped my dad out with a lot of stuff, but yeah, not everybody's lucky. I was wrestling with my uncle and then it felt icky. Bill, what are you talking about? I tried a margarita once, and I'm allergic to the mix. A friend of mine made me one at her house because I never had one, and I'm like, oh, this is good, and then the next thing you know, I could feel it in my throat. I go, oh God, no, I can't drink this. So I don't know if it's store-bought mix because I've never had a margarita in a bar or restaurant. But all I know is that the mix that you buy to make them at home, I'm allergic to. Ex-military wife, it's deplorable. Yeah, it's bad. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the coffee chat. The morning brew. How is Ryan? I've got Ryan coming up on the show Wednesday, everybody. Looking forward to that. We're going to be talking about the oh God, I forgot. The triangle there. Spit it out, Ryan. You know what I'm saying. I keep wanting to call it the Bermuda Triangle, and it's not what it is. And I always have to stop myself. I go, no, that's not it. So I'm looking forward to that chat. Let's see. My dad fought in Vietnam, was exposed to Agent Orange and suffered multiple types of cancer, and the VA helps, but only if you hound them. Yeah, you have to get on them. But once you get in there, it's a lot easier than when you Bridgewater. Thank you. Good Lord, man. I gotta stamp that on my forehead. Dad was a prisoner of war. Oh, Tina. And the government took care of him and our entire family. But I'm sure that is a rare case. Like I said, once you get in there, you're good. But you have to go through the hoops of finding who you're supposed to talk to, who you got to deal with. Now I have it set up so that the doctor and the nurses come to our home for my father, because it's difficult, because we're taking care of my mother. It's difficult for us to get away to the VA hospital, which is about 50 miles from us. So they come to the home now, which is fantastic. I'm always getting phone calls. Does your dad need anything? And actually, the nurse was just here. They check his blood pressure, check his meds, so it's great. Question: Bill has a question. Did you figure out what happened with your camera? No. All I know is that I was very upset yesterday. So I'm sorry if I was a big shit in your in your chat, but I was pissed off. I went through all of that so that everybody could see me do make the broom, put it together. And I had the beginning part, and that was it. The rest of it was nothing. So I was talking to a camera that was off. And it's not that it wasn't charged. It was charged because I was getting ready for me going to the cemeteries after dinner last night. And so I was ticked, man. So if I do it again, I'm just going to use my phone. That's all. I'm going to make a chart with everybody's names and nicknames and preferred real names. Oh, is that going to help you, Pam? Yeah, because you never know what we're going to call each other. You never know. It's getting, we're at the age now where we got to write everything down. It's like, what the hell? My husband was just bitching about that. If I don't write it down, I don't remember anything. And I know it was the Bridgewater Triangle, but yep, just totally left my head. I'd say don't help. I have fibromyalgia, so you get fibro fog, which affects the memory. So there's just a lot of things that are just gone, and I got to look it up or reread it. A lot of people don't know I'm a minister, so to recite scripture by heart, forget it. It's gone. So if anybody wants anything, I usually I perform weddings and stuff like that. So I have to write all this stuff down. Otherwise, forget it. I don't, the memory is shot. Because I'm terrible with names to start with. And that's the thing. I've always been great. At the minute I see somebody's face, their name pops right in my head. The older I get now, I notice that, wait a minute. What's that person? I have to think. What's their name? What's their name? Now, when booking shows, I have to have it on my calendar on my phone. Otherwise, I forget who I've got booked or what's going on that day or whatever. Awful. Bill, I'm a minister. Laura, small spoon. Oops, wrong mini stir. Yeah. No, I have one of those little spoons too. It's for tea. Stuff. I do that too. You write the list up for the store, and then you leave and you go to the store. Where's the list? It's still on the table or wherever you stuck it. You don't remember. It's terrible. But I'm still pretty good at remembering in my head what I need at the store. So I always tell my husband, don't talk to me. We're walking through the aisles. The minute you start talking to me, I forget what I'm supposed to pick up. So shut up. So I just say, don't talk to me while I'm shopping. So I'm walking, zipping through the store, and I'm throwing everything in the cart. The minute he says something to me out of what I'm thinking, that's it. totally gone. I'm like, oh man, I forgot this. See, yeah, Tina, yeah, on the phone on the calendar. So yeah, I book all my shows and it's all on my phone because if it's not there, then I think, oh shit, who am I supposed to have on the next show? I don't know. And then when I help Susan, I co-host with Susan. I go, send me the information. I got to know who we're talking to and what we're doing. So yeah, because if I don't, you sit there like a goof. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Oh no, not tea minister Earl Grey. Yeah. What started me wanting to try the Earl Grey is because I'm a Trekkie, guys. And Captain Picard drinks Earl Grey. And I figured, well, I got to try that. If it's good enough for Captain Picard, then I know, nerd. Oh, yes, Deathless. Yes, they do. And then you have just, certain things that you need to get and a certain amount that you want to spend. And if the husband is with me, it's always double because he just comes along and throws stuff in the cart. And I'm not paying attention because I'm focusing on what I have to get. And I'll be checking out like, what the hell is this? And my husband likes cookies, crap. I usually don't buy crap. I usually, instead of cookies, I buy a bag of apples, or I'm a fruit and vegetable person and he likes cookies and donuts and ice cream. I mean, I like those things, but I don't buy them. Or chips. It's very rare. I don't get the munchies. I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't. But I'd rather have like a bag of grapes than a bag of chips. Or my husband wants the chips and I'll say, oh, hey, have some of this. No, I don't want that. I always try to get to eat more fruits and vegetables. And it's like, dealing with a child. I don't want to eat that, but I'll have the cake. Pinky, I would love to be able to do that. Do you know what it's like trying to haul up, like 10 bags of groceries up 2 flights of stairs? My husband and I are half dead by the time we're done. So now we have a relay system. That makes it a little easier. So it's really bad. But I wish I could have, but they have that option here where you could call up the stores and say, this is my order. But I'm really picky when it comes to my produce and fruit. I don't want anything with like big dents or, rotten spots in it. So, and when you've got somebody in a grocery store picking it out, they just grab it and throw it in a bag. They don't. So that's why I don't do that. I want to be able to see what I'm buying. Oh, my husband has cancer. Oh, God bless him. He's doing well and responding to treatment. That's wonderful. But there are so many appointments to keep track of that I'd be lost without my calendar. Oh yeah, I believe you. I used to have to take my father-in-law when he was alive. He had prostate cancer, and I used to have to take him to his treatments. And that's something that's very important to keep track of. Pill, you eat Bill. Pill. I called him Pill. I promise you, I'm only drinking coffee. Pringles. George likes Pringles too. I think Pringles leave a residue in your tongue. It's gross. I eat about 1 or 2 of those, and it's about it. I make him go to the discount rack if he wants sweets. I'm more focused on fruits as well. There you go. I should tell my husband that. Go get the day-old donuts. He won't do it, though. Laura, seriously, I no, don't. And Picard drinks Yorkshire tea. Oh, yeah. Off show, but on the show, it's always you hear him say Earl Grey. But Wayne sent me Yorkshire tea. I'm going to try it. Maybe later today. And I promised I'd film it. So maybe, yeah, I'd have to get the phone out and film me making my Yorkshire tea. Yes, sending good vibes, many prayers, Tina, that he does well and it goes away. That's what we want. We want it to go away. I have to see, Pam. You too. Sometimes my vodkas are falls out. I'm constantly using it, so I put it down. Oh, your phone? Oh, I know. Do it on a live. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I do it on a live to prove to everybody. You could see my teapot collection. I love teapots, and I have some really neat ones. I've got to find a spooky one though. I don't have a spooky teapot. That's one thing I don't have. Um, Hello, Cynthia. How are you? Oh, she's shopping. What are you shopping for? We're still waiting for Cynthia to get those food videos out. I know she's busy. She's got a crazy schedule too, but use the new one that Joseph got. Yeah, oh yeah, that one's pretty. I haven't washed it yet. I have it just sitting out. Actually, it's on the dining room table. Yeah, Earl Grey hot. Yeah, I wanna. Well, I wanna. Well, I don't know, it could be haunted. I don't care, but I don't know something. I seen one once that looked like a bat, and I don't know that kind of a just kind of a spooky looking. Because I don't have anything. Everything I've got is very fancy and different shapes and sizes. And Laura, you have a scary neighbor who eats cheesecake. Yes, I do. My scary neighbor that eats. He's a little farther away, but yeah. And someday I might be scaring him. He'll be doing his live in the garage, and I might. Bill, I was telling George that I go sneak up on you when the door's closed with a scary mask on and pop up in the window. And George says, "Yeah, he might shoot me in the face." I go, "No, he keeps that in the house." But you never know, Bill. You never know. Okay, Mrs. Deathwitch, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed our our morning brew. It was fun. I look forward to seeing you in chat again. Hopefully, tonight I'm going on with Carla and the girls uh, for Chick Chat. So hopefully you could pop in then too. Enjoy the cleaning. That's what I got to do too when I get off of this cleaning. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Hey, Ghost Wiener. Good morning. How are you? See, I have a collection of old tea and coffee pots. Yeah, aren't they? They're just so great. They really are. But I got to get myself a creepy or spooky one. I'm on the lookout. She does have one who screams. I know that much. Oh, a neighbor that screams. You scream. Yeah, someday I'm just gonna have to sneak up on him. Go in stealth mode because I told my husband, well, for one thing, I said we got to make sure that nobody is watching TV because Bill's got cameras and it'll pop up on the television if somebody's on the property. I said, but he'll be in the garage and he won't know. So I have to dress in camouflage and belly crawl to the garage. Can you see that, Bill? Oh, God. Crawl my way through the bushes. They're funny. Yeah, Pam, me too. I had to stop. Well, same thing with porcelain dolls. I have a ton of porcelain dolls. They're all over my house. And I got to the point where I need to stop because we're being overrun. So I ended up giving a lot of them away. And I only kept all the dolls that actually, the whole purpose when I was collecting dolls was I bought a doll that reminded me of somebody that I knew or family member. So a lot of them look like people in my family and my friends. And I have like life-size dolls too. I don't know if you guys have seen them. I got them in my studio. And they sit there and they're just gorgeous. But a lot of people get creeped out by them. And I just think they're beautiful. I don't think they're creepy. Laura, when I came over, your screaming neighbor. Oh, the kid next door. Oh. He's talking about, you're talking about the young man with autism. Yes, he screams. Yeah. Scared the hell out of me when he started doing that. Because he didn't expect it. Laura, what do you do if you heard pitter patter of little feet like doll feet running in your home? Go see what the hell it is. There are some times where I do hear some weird shit. So I'm not going to lie. But usually it's the dog. I get it a lot of times when I had my studio turned around and I had the dolls in the background. I was somebody in chat. I forgot who. It was creeping them out. So I had to, they go, it's creeping me out. So I changed it. And now it's pointing, the tree of life's behind me. Would you sleep with a knife in hand? Well, no, I don't have that. There is a baseball bat in my room. But the thing is, though, the dog hears everything. So if there was something to worry about, Big Mouth would start letting it rip, And she's done that where she's heard something and she comes barking right in the room. And there's a few times where, something's gone on in the living room. Because she's, when she makes sure everybody is in bed, then she'll go and sleep on the couch. But there's times where she's come out of there barking. And she'll stand in the kitchen doorway and bark towards the living room. And I've gone in there and haven't seen anything. But she wouldn't go back in there. So it does happen. I just overlook it. Laura, most of the time that was Bill. It probably was. Probably scratching at my windows, just like when I go to his house and I have my face pressed up against the glass. Watching you, Bill. The only spooky vibes I got when I was at Laura's house was when George came home. Yeah. It's a good thing we were quick, Bill. My husband always tells me that. He'll call. He says, I'm on my way home. Make sure your boyfriend's not there. It's like, oh, shit. All right, I'll tell him to go out. Let's see. My aluminum baseball bat is down by the front door. How do you answer my door without a couple of times? Yeah, it's mine. Yeah, it's aluminum. Actually, it was my son's. I go, do you want this? He goes, no. When he was moving out. So now it's in my bedroom. Our neighborhood's pretty quiet. I really don't worry about it. Except for a couple of years back when the one guy pretty much was having a mental breakdown. I think you guys heard me tell this story. It was before COVID. And the mother took him to the hospital, to the psych unit, and told him, please, you got to keep him. He's not feeling well. And they wouldn't listen to her. They go, no, he's fine. She goes, no, he's not. He's not fine. Well, they sent him home anyway with her. Unfortunately, the woman didn't wake up the next morning, actually, because he went into a full-blown psychotic episode of some kind and pretty much took her out. A couple of cousins, everybody that was in the house, he terminated, and then proceeded to walk down the street naked, covered in blood, with the weapon in hand, banging on people's windows. Thank God I live on the second floor. But people called the police because they go, there's something wrong. This guy is doing this. And they caught him. And he didn't know till late the next day he come out of whatever that was he was having. And he says, like, where am I? What's going on? And they explained to him what he did. He had no clue that he did that. Yeah, they terminated the life of his mother and other relatives. And of course, he ended up having a breakdown because of that. And I don't know if he's where they've got him, but yeah. But if they would have listened to him, that those people would still be here today. Yeah, that's scary stuff. Yeah, yeah. And it was in the winter. And he was walking down the street in the winter, naked with the knife and covered in blood. Oh, change your name. It's not Luca. You're Bill, the Bean Boy. Naked walking, isn't that strange? Well, yeah, with a big kitchen knife and covered in red. Yeah, I think that's a little strange. But if you want to, just, be a free spirit and walk down the street, knock yourself out. I'll get the camera out. Makes for good footage. Yeah, Pam, it was scary. Especially for the people that he's banging on their windows and they're like, what the hell? And he also banged on the uncle's door. And the uncle opened the door and saw what was happening and hurry up and close the door because he was going after the uncle. So yeah, the police picked him up a few blocks away, and then when they told him what he did, it was just total. He had a total breakdown because he didn't believe that what they were saying. And I don't know what his medical diagnosis was. That's it. So it was some kind of a mental breakdown that he was experiencing. And unfortunately, his mother tried to warn these people and they wouldn't listen. And she paid for it with her life, along with a couple of cousins. And I think it was 3-4 people that he took out. I don't know, Bill, if you remember hearing about that story. I mean, he pretty much decapitated the mother with a kitchen knife. So talk about scary. Bill, I knew you were heading for the Susan Vega tune. Yeah, he was. Hi, Cree. Hi, Cree. Working with people with disabilities as long as I did, one thing that's always pissed me off is when outsiders wouldn't listen to us when something was wrong or different. Yeah, that's what happened. She begged them, literally begged them. Please, I know my son, something's not right. Please keep him for 24 hours. Because normally when they do that kind of a check here, they keep you for 24 hours under observation. And for some reason, they didn't do it. They just said he checked out. He was okay. And yeah, a few hours later, I don't know what kind of trouble they got into. Hey, Michael, how's it going? But it's just, it was awful. And like I said, scary because normally, and it was wintertime because normally my son would be sitting out on the porch. So thank God that he was not on the porch and seen this kid, because then, he would have made his way over to our house. Not much happens around here, but when it does, it's pretty big. So yeah, it was pretty scary. The biggest thing that happens usually around here is the street that we live on. People use it as a speedway. And it's usually really late at night, and you'll hear them flying up the street at least 100 miles an hour. Until they crash. We had to have it one time. Some kid lost control of the car, hit the fire hydrant. The fire hydrant went flying about 4 yards away, hit a house. The kid just missed two vehicles, hit the telephone pole. The car flipped up in the air, flipped around, and landed on its roof. And believe it or not, the kid crawled out of the car. And there was money all over the street. Apparently, he was doing something naughty and had a car full of money. And then he's trying to get away, and everybody's yelling at him, lay down, you just had an accident. So yeah, that was something. I wish I would have caught that on film. Holy crap. But to let you know, when somebody takes out a fire hydrant, the water doesn't shoot straight up in the air because there was no water. But thank God nobody was walking down the street because they would have killed them. Getting hit by a flying fire hydrant. So we could tell them it is wrong or that it is wrong. The doctors wouldn't listen. It would make things so hard for them and us. Yeah, they wouldn't listen. And like I was saying, I don't know if the hospital was sued by the surviving family members because they didn't take action when they should have. You know, there's probably loopholes and there's a way out of it. This country doesn't handle mental health issues very well. No, they don't. Because the majority of the homeless people that we have in our area are mental health patients. And they just wander around, perching on anybody's lawn that they want to. Actually, was it last night? I forgot where we were. We were on our way home for me filming or taking photos at the cemetery. And we went past this one little field patch. And there was a makeshift shanty made there. I'm like, oh my God, somebody's living in that. It was a little shack thing that they made up with blankets and all this. And it was a bunch of junk around. So somebody was actually living in that. And I was just, it floors me. Because I remember as a kid, you never saw that stuff only on television. And now it's right here in our own hometowns. Okay, Bill, I was asked by Jamie to stop it. Stop it, Bill. What kind of? Well, yeah, that's true. Not most countries don't take care of mental health the way they should. They're hoping that it just disappears. Kind of like the show Dead Like Me, killed by a toilet seat. Yeah, killed by a fire hydrant. Yep. And that's exactly what, because when it hit the house, that's key corner from us. I could just imagine if they're thinking, what the hell just hit our house? It actually hit their meters. The meters are on the outside of the homes here. I don't know if that's like that everywhere else. And it hit their meters. So it took out their electricity, because the meters were shattered. And then when the police and all them showed up, they go like, well, where's the fire hydrant? And the cop up the block goes, oh, it's over here. I was like, oh my God. One of the security guards, she reacted so hard in his privates. He not only he dropped like 2 feet from where he'd been standing. Oh boy, that must have been bad. Driving those speeds when he has to fix them. Oh yeah. Well, I know it's a guy thing. Especially, the grease monkeys, like Bill. It's power. It's the thrill, the excitement. Stepping on that gas pedal and letting it rip. Believe me, I live with one of those. My husband gets on, we have a road here. It's called the arterial. I just close my eyes. I just can't watch. And we just fly past people. And his excuse was, well, that guy was riding my ass. Oh, come on, man. No, I ain't falling for that one. Who's on Chick Chat tonight? Me, Carla, Susan, and Raven. Raven is joining us. Do you want to be one of the chicks, Bill? Yes, Cree. Yes, there's good and bad. Yeah, it's hard. It's Canadian's healthcare system. I'm still alive to be here. I know it's bad news. And I think no matter where you are, like you said, there's good and bad. Uh, as far as it goes, last time because we have a brand new hospital that they built here, which I believe, in my opinion, a waste of money. It was all politics. They closed down two of our big hospitals and built this new hospital, which was a mistake. In the city and the surrounding areas that we live in, we have one hospital. Who is the Einstein that come up with that idea, for one? So now when you go there, like the emergency room, I had to take my husband there. We were there for almost 10 hours just so they could give him 2 prescriptions and a shot in his back. 10 hours. If he wasn't in so much pain, he would have left and told them where to go. What's the name of the hospital? It's the give me a second now. Brain fog. Oh shit. What is it, Bill? Oh my god, this is terrible. Wynn Hospital. See, they wanted to be like Rochester and have this big grand well, Rochester's hospital's huge. This one isn't any bigger than what we already had, in my opinion. Okay, updated because it has all the new bells and whistles. Yes, thank you, Bill. It popped in my head after a second. The Wynn Hospital. It's a joke, is what it is. They force people out of their properties, force them to sell so they could build this stupid thing. And now, yeah, when you go there, and when I was sick and had pneumonia last winter, I refused to go. I went to an urgent care. I said, I'm not sitting there for hours and I'm sicker than hell waiting for these idiots to give me prescriptions. I'm not doing it. So unless I'm half dead, I'm not going there. Raven says, yes, Bill, put on that wig and join. Oh, see, Bill? No pressure, Bill. Laura, so new Bon Jovi tune, Shot in the Dark, and You're to Blame, that gave my ass a bad pain. Yeah. Yeah, he had to have a shot. A poor guy. He couldn't sit, stand, nothing, sleep. It was horrendous. Come to find out, it was an arthritic problem in his back, which, when swelled up, was affecting the sciatic nerve. So, I mean, my husband could take some pain, but he was in tears. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't sit. He couldn't do anything. There was no relief. Nothing he took would help. And finally, what he had to do is go and see a neuro specialist, and they gave him a shot in the lower back region in some area, and bam, it was gone. And thank God, knock on wood, knocking on my head, that it hasn't been back yet. Urgent care in Salem, Oregon, you have to have a scheduled appointment. You just can't show up. Oh, that stinks. Oh no, here you could just walk in. You walk in the door, give them your information. And the one that's closest to us is awesome because I think the most I've ever been in there is a half hour. And that includes lobby time and in seeing the doctor. 1, 2, 3, you're out the door. Now, when I had the pneumonia, they gave me the nebulizer thing and my prescriptions, and that was done. If I would have gone to the wonderful Wynn Hospital, I would have been there probably 2 days waiting in the emergency room. I would have waited. I would have said, "Oh, screw that." And the thing that ticked me off is the time they were waiting there with my husband. And then I hear the people at the front desk just hanging out and laughing, including the doctor. And I'm like, hello? What's going on here? We're sitting here. And of course, they started treating him in the hallway because we didn't even have an exam room to go to. and they were empty. So I don't know who was jerking around, but yeah, I was getting angry because here I've got my physical disabilities, and here I'm sitting in these uncomfortable chairs for hours, and all I kept doing was fidgeting and getting up and walking around trying to find relief for myself, and they're having a chat fest at the front desk. I was ready to go off, but I didn't. Sorry I missed your live, Carla. I had been so damn busy this weekend. Were you partying, Cree? What was going on at Cree's house? Cree, it's usually entertaining when I take my partner in. I use a wheelchair for distance mobility, so they usually think it's for me. I know. And they come running to you. You're like, no, no, it's not me. Get the hell out of here. Outback 3 years taking care of my family. I grew up in the foothills of the Cascades and worked in Salem for 30 years. Laura, do you guys have TENS units for that? It's fantastic for muscle and sciatic nerve pain. We had one. They didn't give my husband one. We let the one we had. Um, we loaned it out to a family member, and we never got it back. I can't use them on my back. I tried it once, and it felt like somebody was stabbing me with a spear. It was awful. I couldn't get it off quick enough. But for my husband, it worked pretty good. Win Hospital, our motto at Win, we don't know when you. That's right. When we'll get to you. That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the head with that one, Steph. And like I said, it was all of the big money people in our area are involved with it. That's why, and they put it in the shittiest part of town. Nobody even wants to go down that area, and that's where they put it. So not to mention that, okay, you're in the hospital for hours, and you got to worry about your vehicle outside getting stripped. Laura, the way you say it, when? Why is that funny? When? Like, Cool Whip. Cool Whip. I grew up near a sweet home in Lebanon. Bill's making fun of me. Bill, it's just, now I'm going to cry, Bill. Laura, exactly. The ER is not set up for fibro. Yeah, Pam, nothing's set up for fibro. They all think we're crazy. If that was the case, yeah, okay, crazy, pop a pill, I'd be fine. Yeah. I had a doctor tell me that once. Oh, it's all in your head. I go, no, it's all in my body. It's not in my head. He and his dad sending uptown things for hi brother, and I've been cooking and writing. Cooking and writing. What are you cooking? I always love to hear what everybody's making. They had some issues about 20 years ago. Bill got it. Yes. Cool Whip. Why do you emphasize on the W? Whip. I can't do the voice. I'm sure Bill can. Bill does the voices good. Just like the dinosaur video that I'm trying to put together to put out there for you guys to see what we walked through up at the zoo. And I would love to be able to do the Aussie accent because it would it would be killer for it, but I can't do it. I'm not good at it. It starts off good and then it gets crapped up as I go along, so forget it. Steph, I know it took me ages to get an appointment for my back pain and broken finger. I know. It's crazy. And the thing that kills me is there's a lot of places, a lot of states, if you don't have insurance or cash, they turn you away, which blows my mind. Here, at least, even if you don't have money, they look at you and then you get a bill. They cannot turn you away here. That's the plus. Laura, I found a great chutney the other week from South Africa. Thanks to the debunked paranormal. Oh, specialists separate from ERs seems to get you in quicker, but then I guess it's all about the rotating door. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, some states, if they, if you don't have the money or insurance, it's like, oh, tough shit, get out. I'd be like, whatever. He sent me to a specialist because I had carpal tunnel because of surgery he did. Ah, yeah, I had carpal tunnel in both hands. That's from the work I did. I'm sure Bill probably has it too. And I had surgery on the both. It helped it out, but every now and then it'll flare up, and that's usually when I drop like our drinking glasses. I bet there's so many sets of glasses. Oh my god! Because my hand's like, nah, I don't want to hold that no more, and then pew, it drops, it shatters all over. Yes, I hit the bottom, Bill. I cooked Italian style pizza, special subs you only get in one place in this town. Spaghetti sauce for lasagna, and the list goes on and on. Well, you were just a cooking fool. Chef Cree at your service. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I didn't cook anything last time. My husband wanted to go out. So we went to a pizzeria in the town that we went to go visit in Clinton that have the most awesome sandwiches. So we had sandwiches. And the beauty of it is I have some left over. So that's lunch for today. Pam says we got big news yesterday. The head of the chronic pain group I helped start is going to be on the advisory for redoing the Canadian guidelines for opioid use. Oh, that's great. Yeah, they had me on medication like that for mine, and we have to take them away because they're addictive. Not the way I take them. But they didn't work. That was the only thing I helped. So, yeah. So now I just suck it up because I'm allergic to everything else. So when I have a really bad flare up, then, guys don't hear from me a day or two. I'm stuck in bed. I had about $500 a time off from work, and they didn't let me have another appointment or answer questions. Oh my God, it sucks. Oh, Mike. And they found nothing. Not even a monkey with symbols. The doctor left me with about 35% disability in both hands and wrists. It would swell when I was just sitting there. To be told mental was my problem, I was like, and my mom is nuts too. She saw it. Yeah, see, don't you love the way they, it's a mental issue. That's when you want to tell them, F off, man. Don't tell me what's wrong with my body. I get it. They get people in there that make shit up. I get that. But, when you're in there, you're telling this is what's going on. Don't tell you that you're crazy. We're having leftover beef stew for time. Oh, yummy. It's always good the next day, isn't it? I love chili like the next day or two. It's awesome. That's right, Bill. Break out the guitar. Start entertaining us. What are we paying for, man? It's a lot to cook all weekend, but it really saves me time during the week. If the husband, yeah, with the seizure problems, I know that's a shame. That's so scary, Cree. I just, I know when my husband was having him when he had his brain tumor. I was, it's a shock at first because you don't know what to do. But then, me, and it would be like caregiver survival kicks in, and you do what you have to do. I don't use opioids, but it's been a huge problem for all pain patients in Alberta. Same here. Everybody that was taking Um, I was Ultraset is what I was using. And I hate taking medication. So I would only take it when I was in agony and then I was good. So that's why I told the doctor, I will never become addicted because I don't eat them every 4 hours. That's just not who I am. I don't want to do that. For that reason, I don't want to become dependent on a medication. So, and I still wouldn't go for it. It's just all a bunch of crap. Especially for people who can't take anything else. So what do? You live with it. I only have 2 actually, so you win. It's a guitar off. Bill and Jamie. Oh, really? He never had it until now, 80 years, and had sloppy joes. Yeah, my husband and my son love them. I do too, but they don't love me. Steph's gonna join in with her triangle. I guess that means I'm stuck with the cowbell. More cowbell. You have 18 guitars? I didn't know that, Bill. 18. Homemade, not the canned stuff. Yeah, I've made it homemade too. It's the mixture of all the ingredients. For some reason, it gives me a sour stomach, which sucks because I love it. So I make it for them. I can't eat it. Not anymore. Oh, you guys are all forming a band. Yeah, yes. It needs more cowbell. Yes, I'm allergic to fillers and dyes, and compounded meds are expensive, not covered by insurance, and they don't have a good shelf life. Yeah, well, they don't know what's. They know I'm allergic pretty much to everything that they use to treat fibro. But I only had one person tell me that they don't think it's the medication; they think it's the coating on the medication. So I think she's right because come on, give me a break. The hee haw raw band, yeah. We're dressed all in overalls, got grass in our teeth. Ryan's gonna play the harmonica. All right, it's gonna be slamming. Yeah, the cowbell. I could put on like the half shirt, like the guy did. That's scary in itself. Good lord. A rolling electric drum kit that makes acoustics. Yes, he does. I've seen those. He's got all those. I haven't seen him play them yet, but he has them. So are you handing us a line, Bill? I say, put your drumsticks where your mouth is. Yeah, yeah. Challenge. Challenge. Oh, there you go, Jamie. The defunkers. Yeah. I'm down with it. The defunkers. Oh, watch out, River Bottom Nightmare Band. Yeah. They would be cool though. No, I think it would be really cool. Like everybody got together and put that together. That would be so cool. The drummer in our old band had one. Always sounded perfect. Oh, that's great. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that we've been going for so long, guys. Wow, fantastic. I wasn't even sure about doing this. Chris said, I missed a good portion of your live, but I wanted to ask a question. If I left a comment in Jay Cart's video he'd done on the Warren's house and said that people went nuts over Sam and Colby charging $1,200K, but yeah, that I know we could talk about that tonight on the show tonight. It's insane. And I knew when they talked about purchasing the Warren house, it was just a money grab. And it sounds like that's what they're doing. And they're going after the Conjuring house. So hold on to your shorts, everybody. It was at least for 3 nights, and they got the equipment provided, and someone said yes, but there's not much to investigate there. Yeah. And apparently they have also written down, if you go there to investigate, they have to check out the footage before you release it, apparently. So I would say not. Right. And not for nothing. Yeah, like I said, it was never claimed to have any kind of paranormal activity in the home. And here we're talking about, the Warrens. So come on. I don't believe any of the stuff they have has any kind of attachments. They were just, yeah, they did open the gateway to the paranormal field, but it was all Hollywood for them. Yeah, see, Ryan, you wanted to go. It's too much. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's not worth it. Save your money. Go buy groceries. That's more important. There's tons of places out there that people can go and investigate and not have to give up, a year's worth of savings just because you got to remember it's not open. It's not just even like Jay Carts was saying. It's not just the cost to book the place. You also have to have a hotel, food, gas. All of this stuff is going to cost you money. So if it's $2,000 just to book the place, you got to consider another $2,000 just to get there and stay. So I save your money, man. Go somewhere else. 800 less. Plus, they don't care what you say about the place. Yeah, I always tell everybody, there's so many places in our own hometowns that nobody has heard about and has wonderful activity or claims of activity. Just go there, do your thing there, put it out there. I think people are going to enjoy it because it's new. I never thought I would spend $1,000 in groceries. Oh, I've done it. That is always top on the list that, the cupboards are full. The fridge is full. I never, ever wanted my son to grow up hungry. I give 2 shits if I ate, but, I always made sure. When we used to get, like, income tax back, that first place we hit was the grocery store. If you go, are you having a party? Nope, just stocking up. So, yeah, every 2 months, you spend over $1,000. So, yeah, but back then, $1,000 got you a lot. Now, well, you could probably get 4 bags. Probably. Cheesecake. Shut up, Brett Bill. Cheesecake. I'm going to make a cheesecake. And I'm going to eat it online. In your face, man. In your face. And it'll be one of my cheesecakes. Not the store cheesecake. There, I really rubbed that one in. Okay, guys, you might think me strange, but I've always wanted to investigate an old animal hospital. There's places around here that used to be pet hospitals, and they transformed them. I don't think that's weird. You never know what you're going to come up with. That's a great idea. I have a full large freezer filled with meats in the basement. A guy on sale. I got it on sale, and many times it's been a great to have when you're tight. Exactly when you're running short. And you're like, oh shit. Well, nope, I got this in the freezer. So yeah, it's always good. Always have that backup. Always wondered if you would get anything. You know what? I think you will. I don't see why you wouldn't. Because there's a lot of times where people have gone in places and have picked up, a meowing cat or, just, yeah. And there's no cat around for, blocks or miles or whatever. I would give it a shot. I'd give it a shot. I could extra meat when I'm there and I can have, and some of it is handy when I need it. Yeah, it's good to be able to do that. Because I know everybody has always had one time in their lives where they've had it rough and you don't want to be stuck with just ramen noodles, even though a lot of us have been there too. No shame as long as there's something to eat, no matter what it is. Tina made a cheesecake last night. Cherry, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I have roasts, ham steaks, chickens, whole turkeys, pieces of turkey breast, hamburgers. I love not having to worry how I'm going to feed the family with prices today. Oh, you said it, Cree. We're all going to Cree. She's going to make us dinner. I've always wanted to investigate old junkyards because cars have souls too. Bill, you're saying it as a joke, but there's a lot of other things that happen in old junkyards. I would love to do that. Especially a couple of them that we've had here, like Crash's Junkyard over there or those other places down there on Barnes Ave that's blocked off now. I've heard a lot of stories about those places. It was a popular uh, place for the mob. So, yeah, you might be surprised what you're going to pick up. I just spent over $300 for groceries for two people. We're good for a while. Yeah, that's usually what I spend for my husband and I. And then we're good for a couple weeks. Only thing is I'd have to put my emotion. Yeah, you'd have to. Well, you got to go in there, do your job. You might be surprised what you hear. Boy, Cree's got it going on. I haven't canned in a couple of years. I love doing it. I just haven't done it in a couple of years. And I used to make my own jellies too. Love doing that. Excuse me. I used to make a blackberry jam. It's a recipe I come up with my own. And I would give it out at Christmas time. Everybody loved it. I haven't done that in a couple of years either. Takes a lot of sugar. That's right, Bill Barnes. They have spooky. And they closed that off. They're not going to repair that bridge. So all that stuff is down there. So you don't know what you'd come up with. It's actually a good idea, but you got to walk. You can't. And it's a bit of a walk to get down in there and check it out. Anymore, you can't go to the grocery store and come out with $100. It's just for that. Yeah, exactly. There's no way. You always spend at least $100. My husband always bitches. Dude, only got the a bag and a half is $100. Yep. Yep. Ooh, peach jam, sage. Oh, I'm so jealous. I bet that's fantastic. Oh, now she's gonna want. Now I want peach jam. Tina, yeah, I know it does suck. Getting old, but yeah, canning is the best. I started doing it because like you'd make all of these like large meals, and you'd have so much left over. I hated throwing. I don't like throwing food away. So I started canning like the soups that I make and like chili. It's like in small jars so that like when my son would go to work or my husband would go to work, they take it with them and just pop it open, heat it up, and there you go. Pineapple, we like fresh pineapple, so I would can that. And then I got into the jams, and I'm like, oh, the jam is great. And yeah, the blackberry, yeah, it comes out really good. And I remember the first time I made it, I'm like, holy shit, the sugar that's in jam, I was floored. Didn't realize there was so much in it, but now we know why it tastes so good. Oh, you're right, Cree. Well, I use frozen because I don't like can at all. It is. They're mushy and gross and loaded with salt. Um, yeah, but if you could can them yourself, and then you control what's in them, and it does taste really good. Here we go. Yep, we got to end the show with food. Yeah, see, low sugar or no sugar. Yep. Of course, now I got it out peach jam on my mind. Oh shit. Oh, Cree, you make me laugh because somebody else had told me about that. Who was it? Oh, it was Jimmy. When Jimmy was talking about in his show where they had like a bumper crop of corn. He goes, every time he turned around, his mother was making corn. And he's like, what is it? She goes, well, we got to use it up. So, he probably had nightmares of corn chasing him or something. Sage, stop. It tastes like fresh peaches. All right. Now you got to send us some. Fresh, but I'm going to have to either go get peaches, which that's what I'll do. I'll get peaches just to help me with the craving. I thought about making chili for my kids and mailing it to them, but I didn't think it would be any good by the time they got it. Well, no, if you can it should be fine. Just wrap it really well so the jars don't get smashed. But because that's what I started doing. Because I'm like, you're not eating. Who wants to eat a big bucket of chili and eat it every day? They don't. The first couple of days, cool, but then, So yeah, start canning it, and then when they want it, or somebody wants it, you could send it to them, or yeah. $1.99 you pick for peaches and cherries. Oh wow. Oh, I would so be there because I am a cherry freak. I love dark cherries. I could eat those by the pounds. It's terrible. But hey, it's better than eating candy, right? Any fruit. I always said to my son was going to be born a fruit salad because that's all I craved when I was pregnant. And any fruit you could think of, I was eating. Got the watermelon, and it was great because it was a season for fruit. Watermelons, everything. I would buy huge packages of cherries, open them up in the car, and be eating them and throwing the seeds out the window. It was bad. Tons and tons of watermelon. It was, oh god, anything. And peaches, all of it. I was just eating it all. And it's funny because I like vegetables, and I didn't want any vegetables when I was pregnant. All I wanted was fruit. So I told my son, I said, you should have been a fruit salad. Let's see. My kids always tell me things they miss that I used to make for them. Chili spaghetti sauce. I just made them a cookbook hard because I measure nothing. Oh, I know. I'm the same way, Cree. I measure nothing. So then when somebody asks for a recipe, I'm like, oh shit. I don't know. I just know what it looks like and what it tastes like. And nowadays, a lot of people they, oh, let's follow the recipe and a measure. Older cooks don't do that. They throw in the love. Bad, 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 bad. Oh yeah, well, it says yeah, because baking is an exact science. You have to be exact. But yeah, cooking, you just throw it in, you go, yep, that looks good. And then you'll taste it. Yep, that's the way it's supposed to taste. That's bad news when people ask, do you have a recipe? No. That's why I was telling you, I have to come over and show you. That's all I could do. Another troublemaker. Peaches and mandarin oranges. Okay, you girls aren't funny. Actually, the only thing I have right now in the house is grapes. So, shit. That's all right. Grapes will work until I get to the store. Agree. Chemistry. Hey, map. I love to bake though. And as soon as it starts, you get that crisp air. That's when the baking bug steps in, and then you start making cakes and breads, and yeah, and the cookies, and all the shit that's no good for you. Oh, that is just wrong, Cree. Grapes next to the fridge next to her cherries. This is wrong. Excuse me. I was just a new member. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. How are you doing, Chesa, sweetie? Miss Pinky is leaving us? Okay. I'll talk to you soon, sweetie. And if you want to send in any artwork or something, go ahead, send it in. Because I'll be starting the new issue of the magazine tomorrow. You get one out, the next one comes up. She has plums in her other fridge. I told you I love fruit. You are a brat. And if I lived next door to you, we would sit out on your porch and pig out on fruit. I love making a huge fruit salad and just sitting there and eating it. It's, yeah. So at least I'm not alone. No swearing, Laura. I didn't swear. I called her a brat. See, I love it. Yeah, I love it too. Nothing like really good fruit. People just don't know what they're missing when they don't enjoy in that. All right, guys, we are at, actually, a little past the 3 hour mark. I am blown away. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this morning, the morning brew show, but I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. Though, hi, Leanne. Fruit and brats must be raw. Yeah, yeah. Leanne's popping in. I'm getting ready to sign off because all this food talk and all I've had is coffee and I'm starving. She says, I finally found a great cantaloupe and ate 3 days. I have the last one I bought, I was very unsatisfied with it. Ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna have to see if I can find another one and get in a couple more watermelons before they disappear. Oh, that's okay, Leanne. I'll be going on tonight with the girls for Chick Chat. So hopefully you could join then. We will be there. But oh, I said the S word. S word, Bill. I guess you'll have to spank me then, huh, Bill? Huh? Yeah, I believe all of it. Leanne, I love all the fruits. All of it. I'm just a fruit hoe. Yeah, they've the no flavor. Same thing with the honeydew melon. I bought a honeydew and very bland. So disappointed. So, maybe it wasn't a good season for them. Maybe it had to do with, because we haven't had any rain. So I don't know. But you guys want me to do this show again? I will. If everybody enjoyed it, it'd be great because I had a good time. Hopefully, I will be there and get my darn alerts when it comes on more. Oh, okay. Well, it's tonight at 7 Eastern Standard Time. So you guys want to join in for that chat as well? It's going to be me, Carla, Susan, and Miss Raven is going to be joining us. And if Bill feels like slapping on a dress, he could pop in too. Thanks, Mike. You guys, please, and I appreciate the donations. They are greatly appreciated, guys. It really helps me out, and the memberships as well. And I hope it's worth your while. I try to anyway. Let's see, Laura. I don't like watermelon or bananas. Really? No, I love watermelon. It's terrible because I could eat it. Me and the dog sit and eat watermelon. Oh, it's really funny. She gets a piece, I get a piece. So we could burn up a watermelon pretty quick. Oh God. Okay. Thanks again. So we'll see that everybody enjoyed it. We're gonna do this again. When I don't know. Maybe every Sunday for the morning brew. Maybe every morning for the morning brew. We'll see how if I survive and how alive I am. Before you leave, please remember to hit that like and share and comment. Helps with that YouTube thing. Everybody enjoy the rest of the day, afternoon, or evening. And if you can, join us tonight. We'll be running our mouths again. Could be worth your while. Until then, guys, have a great day. See you soon. That ain't happening. Yeah, Bill. Troublemaker Bill. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great day. I'll see you later.